Hey. What's up? Oh shit!
You got Metro, don't trust you. I'm gonna shoot you.
Woo.
I don't want to do it.
All right, well,
It's
that was
Why are you going
a
back
huge
for more?
fucking waste of time.
She got the perfect physique. I'll tip a brick to her cheeks. Now that I'm getting.
I was a little stressed that y'all might make me eat or sniff or do something.
I was the nigga locked up in the cell and they treated me like I was normal. Thanking the Lord for the blessings I just.
How do you eat your box, though?
You could get shot.
we're looking for a Seth Rogen type
I'm
then.
fucking over it at this point. Like, if I'm going to get fucked over at the end of it. That was really good.
That's great.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yo, bitch, she wantin' the pipe.
My ideal type would be a guy that's just like fucking huge and like jacked.
What are we talking about?
No. I am just walking into
Yeah, you are.
The kind of guy that knows how to take care of a box.
Me and the wall, Biggie and Pop. But we so different, we keep it.
Girl's raw, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't beat around the bush, and she's very hard when it comes to convictions.
Oh my god.
Did I say convictions?
Okay.
They callin' the car. Hop on the
that would be so. Anything from behind?
You heard it here on the
She
podcast.
said she was open.
I know.
And raw.
money, I'm talking lateral.
This is my podcast.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm the captain.
I am the captain now.
What a great way to start an episode.
With 2 seconds
welcome.
left. Look at that. Got my mark that.
Let's go.
Hey.
With that said,
Ooh, she got the perfect physique. I'll tip a brick to her cheeks.
Damn, didn't I say close the fucking door?
no. You told me to turn the AC off.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, we've got another fantastic show for you here on episode number 92. Yeah, it's going real slow. We've got Robyn here with us from Corks and Cowtown. You want to say hey?
Hey.
Welcome to the show. Very glad to have you on.
I'm so happy to be here.
Our champagne.
that fake ass
I
smile.
feel like this is like,
It's been a long time coming.
is this how you want to start the episode?
This is, yeah, that's on par, I think. Yeah.
What's that violence thing that he's...
Mother, I created
So
violence.
sit back, relax,
relatable.
and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier,
And I'm Tim.
And I'm Stark.
and we are the Funky
Slowest
Panther.
Panther.
Jesus.
What the? Why was
This
it
was-
so
it's already gone
slow?
up.
That was slow.
Yeah, the video
The
is
intro
slow.
is longer.
I just figured
No, it's going real slow on the computer. Is the deal? So I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
you're running that program.
He's got too much
Call
pornography.
IT.
Yeah, IT. Call better IT.
Call IT.
Call IT.
Better IT.
So, hey, Robyn.
I can see. I can see.
Hi.
How
How are you doing?
Face.
I'm great. How are y'all?
Great.
Great.
I feel like before we even get started, we should probably get into a shambong, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Per tradition, well, it's been a while, but per Robyn, shampogs are in order.
You haven't done one in a while.
Shampogs?
Shambong.
What is a shandpog?
Are we? This is Pogs?
This
We're
is a
playing
new.
Pogs?
This is a new invention I have. Shampogs, where there are caps, and actually, whenever we're done with that, it's going to be used as a shampog slammer.
Yes. I can't wait. Okay, well, hand me that and I'll start pouring everyone.
Yes,
Okey-dokey.
Or at least this side.
This
I don't know if
is
I want to help Chad or
we
not today.
pre-opened it. Somehow Robyn knew that it takes 6.5 turns.
Yes.
I'm very.
That's either.
Is it all of them or just that specific brand? And you're just like
it's the-
that well versed on bubbly.
I believe it's the majority of champagne. You also, when you're opening a bottle of champagne, you're supposed to twist the bottle and not the top.
Oh, twist the bottle.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my! Gee. Sound like.
Are you okay?
You scare? Did she scare you, bud?
So
I hope that's not what other people have to deal with hearing late at night.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking always.
do we hold it? Do we hold
No,
our finger
so-
on that?
I'll pour
Okay.
and then I'll hand one to you.
Okay.
So,
That was dumb.
This episode brought to you by Shambongs. Shambong.
Not really.
Why?
not really, because they fucking suck in all honesty. Like, for the longest time, I reached out to them, wrote them, was like, hey, let's partner and do stuff. they'd like every single photo, they'd like everything, and then never fucking responded.
What a bunch of
I was like, you
what a bunch of
motherfuckers.
chodes.
Chodes and
We're bringing that word back, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know what other...
Wasn't it Jordan brought it up? Said chode on the Forever Reckless. I think they had a whole conversation about chodes.
What Robyn was
interesting.
saying
Like that.
about another word? What word?
I was like, I really like, is Nimrod?
Nimrod's one.
Yeah.
I was like, I just like old school words, like gag me with a spoon.
Oh, okay.
If you like
Gag me with a
throwback.
spoon.
I'm scared holding this. Like, if I shift the wrong way,
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, just be careful.
Why don't you put your finger on the tip of that thing and
how about
that way,
you don't tell me what to do?
So we tried to do this once before. Our friends, the Yardbirds, let us borrow theirs, which, by the way, we need to give back at some point. I think it's been a year.
Sorry, guys.
That's around.
But
I'll give it the start.
Oh God.
I don't think Sark was going to do one.
Yeah, he said, I was like, we have
I have to
another one
make
though.
it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to do this one.
This looks
Wait, I'm
entertaining.
not making it home?
So we did it once.
I know.
We
Look
did
at
I
it
was
all
once.
these
like,
drinks.
wait.
It was.
Well, I have a Ford.
I just got a new couch that's very comfortable.
When did we do that?
We did the Shambong.
This is a year ago. This is over a year ago.
I think it was the same episode that we popped and broke the fan. We were celebrating with the
yeah.
confetti. It was that episode.
I just heard about that.
We only had two. We only had two Shambons.
Yeah, Robyn, that's why this fan is missing a blade.
First of all, I've never seen a baby fan.
This has been here since like the 80s.
So,
1988 to be precise.
My biggest thing is just I wish there was like a camera person. I'd be like, can you zoom in on the baby fan?
We need to get. We need to pull video of that whenever that thing dropped because we were recording, right?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we had video of that.
Hey, are you going to bring back the Shambongs?
Here you go.
No, I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Yeah? You're going to try to do a little something
the
different?
baby fan.
Oh,
thanks.
something.
All right.
All right.
There's some big things in store.
There's the
coming
baby
up.
fan.
That's some hard-hitting stuff we got right there.
Wait.
This is what the fan looks like. Thanks, Stark.
You're welcome.
That was great.
Nothing but illustrious fans.
Nothing
Here
but
on the
illustrious
Funky
fans here on the
Panther.
Funky Panther.
Okay.
All right.
Are y'all ready?
School us.
This
School
is
us real
for
quick.
our, yes. How do we
Okay,
just
Tip
so
it back and
you-
drink it?
No.
From the stem or
Well,
from
I
the...
mean, you can't. So you're going to drink from what would be the stem.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're just cheating.
Then what's the
What's
point?
the point? Yeah.
Tim, where have you been? Get it together.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Look how
Okay.
scared he is. Look at his face.
I know.
He's so
Well,
scared.
I would say hold it like this. I mean, I feel like,
I have really expensive equipment,
oh.
and so I'm just
lean
like...
back a little
Well,
bit.
come over here. I'll move away.
No, we're good.
Lean back.
Okay,
Lean
I would
back.
say, Stark, will you give us a 3 count?
Okay.
So everyone get it close to your lips,
Also,
and then
Stark-
we're going to chug it.
Okay, Stark, you're going to watch. Hold on, before everyone gets started. Stark, watch us and see who's fastest. Everyone out there on YouTube, thanks for hanging out with us. Also, let us know who is the fastest Shambonger.
I haven't done this in a while. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Chad.
Really?
Easy.
Oh, wait, you got a little bit left.
Oh.
Robyn wins.
It's like the DP shootout.
We did a
Dude,
DP
can I
shootout
tell you how
a few weeks
fast
ago.
that thing
You
goes
didn't
down?
even
Okay,
tell.
Tim?
You didn't even talk about our DP shootout and everything that I schooled you on.
Okay.
I wanna
Well,
hear
then
about
I was. You know what I was doing? I was waiting for this episode.
We'll
so we can talk about
over
it.
here. Unless we're going to read.
Jordan said it was me.
I mean,
Okay, we got some more in there.
wait. Oh, hi, Jordan.
So we went out. This is a few weeks ago. We had gone to Ambersand to see the comedy show. A lot of cool people were out there, and then we decided to go to Chimmy's, which I did talk about. But I guess I didn't talk
Yeah,
about.
you didn't talk about the DP shootout though.
So we get back there,
I was butthurt.
and
Clearly,
Robyn and her two friends. I guess they hadn't been there before, right?
they'd never been either.
Yeah. And so you were like, well, if you're new, we got to do the DP shootout. We got to do it. And so we were on a team versus her friends, which obviously the DP shootout, if you have never been to Chimmy's, there's a drink called the DP shootout and it tastes like Dr. Pepper. It's like super easy, like too easy to drink, but it's got 2 straws on both sides and you're supposed to race another couple of people, right? And so how did you tell me so that we won?
I'm not giving away my strategy.
No?
No, absolutely
I'm actually
not.
wondering now because I'm good at that.
Well,
but I would
I'm
like
well
to
aware of the
see-
strategy and
Yeah,
I'm never going
I
to
was
lose
like,
again.
Absolutely not.
Never
no.
going to lose.
No, never again.
Damn it!
There is strategy to it.
I'll find
about
out.
you.
So
I'll
it's
find out
no, a
later.
DP shootout is literally vodka, amaretto, and Coke. That's it.
And it's delicious.
It is delicious. But the best thing about it is that whenever I go like travel somewhere and you want like a shot to just like get you going, that's what I'm always like, hey, if I teach you how to make a shot, will you make it? And people are always just like, absolutely. And then they see it and they're like, what the fuck? I was like, welcome to Texas.
Now that's Texas.
The only place that we take something that's made with Coke and make it taste like Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Why are you so upset about it?
I'm Team Coke.
Who hurt you?
I'm Team Coke over here.
I will say the first time I had one was a couple years back. It's whenever I was single, and I was over there with Roy, and he had a bunch of friends from Texas Tech. And
Well, that's where the original Chimmy's
Really?
was. Yeah. So Chimmy's is also fun fact about me. The first place I ever bartended.
really,
Yes.
Wait,
so that was the first place I ever bartended.
at Texas Tech.
No, at the Fort Worth Chimmy's.
Really?
So I only worked during the day and I made bank
Oh, I'm sure.
because I got all the like happy hour drunks.
Oh, you're right.
It was great.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking cool.
All right. So let's get into
Transitioning.
right. First off, I do want to say this Topo Ranch water is pretty good. Are these new? Did you just recently get these? Or they
No,
no.
they've been in
Okay.
there.
I like I think I like the lone was it Lone Pint?
The white cans. I know what you're talking about. The
Lone
Texas
something.
ones.
Yeah, I like those.
Those are pretty good.
I like those a little bit better, I think.
So let's go around the horn and see what everyone's been up to this past weekend. So Tim,
I actually did something.
did you? Oh, yeah, you did.
I went
Where have you been?
Look, I've been tired. We've been dealing
He's
with
always tired.
No,
Told you, Robyn. Told you.
We've been dealing with first off, I'm not bringing the room down. If you don't have a will, get one because
Yes, totally agree.
We've been dealing with probate law and all this other crazy stuff over the past week or so now, and it's just insane. And you want to pull your hair out. So get a will. That's my 2 cents there. But I went to Coldplay. I'm not a big Coldplay fan. I like their first album, and that was pretty much it. But oh my gosh, if you've never been to one of their shows, you have to go because just the light show in general, like they put on such a good stage production. And then on top of that, the floor, everybody's on the
lava.
floor. Yeah, it's lava. It's kinetic.
Wow.
It's actually kinetic. It's a kinetic floor, and so they help power the show by people bouncing. And then they have bikes that you can pedal to help power the show
Wait, like throughout the stadium?
down on the floor. So all on the floor.
Really?
The last thing I want to do during a concert is ride a
What do you
fucking
mean,
bike.
really?
I
Were
didn't,
you there?
I didn't see the fucking.
So
bikes.
they had bikes down on so if you were looking at the stage, at the very back of it, there was like 2 towers of lights, and there was bikes down there. So you got there kind of a little bit late, right?
I got there as soon as Coldplay started playing.
Okay, so they told us at the beginning the floor was kinetic, so everybody bouncing, walking around is helping produce energy to help power the show. The generators they use for the show is all done off of like used vegetable oil and stuff like that. So they're very like the whole show was very much about like saving the planet. Your like ticket proceeds went to like help deforestation and a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of cool. Like
That's really cool.
like I got to go see a band that, they're okay. They're not my favorite, but I also got, in a sense, help the environment.
yeah, conservation. a little bit.
None of the glasses, like if you went and got a drink, they weren't served in plastic. It was aluminum.
I like that.
Aluminum, like aluminum glasses, and then you just throw them in the recycling.
I'll go to what Robyn was going to say. Who wants to work out during a concert?
Well, also, this sounds ridiculous, but the only time I've ever seen like a bike used for energy on something was from Margarita.
Yeah, like a
It
margarita
was
machine.
like for a margarita machine.
Yeah.
So
Where was this?
I'm just like, okay,
Where
But
was
yeah,
that?
little different.
Where was that?
I don't remember.
I was drinking the margarita.
I was like,
I was
I just
drunk.
remember I was just like, I might pedal a bike for a margarita, but
it's like
I'll just take it on the rocks instead.
it's like doing the 10K. Well, we did the turkey trot one time, and there's
Why?
houses. I know it sucked. I had to ice my legs because I'd never ran like that before.
Did you trot?
I did trot. I trot my.
He trotted so hard.
I trotted so hard. It hurt. It hurt so bad. I don't know why people run for fun. Natasha, no. But there was a house there were a bunch of college kids that were drunk, and they were like giving people beer and like take a shot, do a beer bong, and they had fireball.
as it should.
Yeah, absolutely. When you run it,
Fireball.
yeah.
Fireball.
And so, like, I took 2 shots of Fireball and I chugged a beer and continued to run. And I was like, oh, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Because I'm just burping like Fireball, down this 10K. I wasn't trotting after that. No, it was
No more trots.
No trots.
Different trots.
Yes, the trots had stopped.
Have y'all ever had any issues at the Dart? Like riding the Dart, like going to Dallas and stuff, like you go TRE and then ride the Dart or whatever.
Segway. No.
Well, so back on my weekend,
Oh, yeah. That was,
yeah.
Javier.
So we walk up, like we rode the train out there. Got to Fair Park in plenty of time and all that. As we were leaving, we're waiting for the DART green line to take us back. And there's this crazy lady sitting there. And she didn't look crazy until she started yelling at me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
About
she was.
what?
Oh, she was just looking, and she was talking to herself, and she's like, "These motherfuckers, they don't know what I'm here for," and like, what's it to them and stuff like that, just under her breath. And then she looks at me, and she just says, "What the fuck are you looking at me for?" And I'm not even looking at her. Like at this point, like I'm like looking over here, and then she's like, "Why is it your business?" And I'm like, "What'd you say? What?" And then she just goes up and she mocks me. She did the whole like child thing. What? And I was like, all right, lady, I'm just gonna stand here and pretend you don't exist. And then she got on the same bus as I did, and I was worried that she was gonna like come down to our end and just start like doing something.
You got on a bus?
Or the rail, the light rail, yeah.
All right.
So
So like the bus is probably a little
Bus,
bit worse.
train, same thing.
yeah, whatever.
It all works, right?
So then I
Wheels.
like 2 days later, I read that they've had like this uptick in like people getting stabbed and shit at the DART. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
cool.
It's like Varsity Tavern.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No shit.
What was it? 3 people got shot last week.
Yeah.
Two.
Oh wait.
Two.
Oh, that's not funny. I thought you were being
No.
No,
No.
that happened.
That was a straight dig. Varsity Tavern.
Whenever I was working down there, I would work and do like EMS on the bicycles and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And one night we were down there at Varsity, and some dude chunked a beer bottle from the roof at us. Like it was us and a couple cops. Just got
My friend got shot there last year.
Oh,
He
yeah?
almost died.
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was shot 4 times.
Yeah, Varsity's not the place to.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Not it.
I mean, not at least not on a Saturday. I mean, on a Sunday fun day, it's
Possibly. Yeah.
You
I-
never
I-
know who's packing when.
true. Absolutely, this is Texas.
Yeah.
Either they have a gun or they have a machete.
Do I need to queue up like now? That's Texas.
Now that I will say though, when you're on the TRE, it's a much different feel than the DART. Like
Yeah.
if I go to the office out in Dallas, like the people I work with, a lot of them live in Dallas, so they're just taking the DART. They talk about how shitty it is, and I'm like, well, I took the TRE for the majority of the ride, and I've got like my laptop out on the table, and it's like a much better.
Which you would
experience.
not do that on the DART.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
I mean, like, luckily I get to Victory and I hit like 2 stops to Ackerd, and so I'm on and off the DART pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But like, you could definitely like it's a different vibe.
So we
between
got
the TRE
onto
and
the we got
DART.
off the TRE onto the DART. So we went to Victory Station, got on the green line.
Yeah.
And thankfully we got on at that station, because had we not, we would have missed the first part of the show.
Yeah.
It was so packed. It reminded me of like this like the pictures you see in like Tokyo. Mm-hmm. There was just people crammed into this tube going down the road, and we were just like
It was
nothing but
the
just-
Mavs game
yeah.
too, though, right?
Yeah, but this was nobody going to the Mavs. This was going away from the Mavs.
Oh, okay.
On the way
Wait,
back,
where was the concert?
it was at Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
wait a second. I'm confused.
So then we, I rode on the way back. We got there right as the Mavs game let out, and so we had all the hype from the Mavs, which was awesome. Which we'll get into in sports. So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. What about you, Stark? You do anything this past weekend?
What did I do?
I don't know.
I don't. Well, I made this app.
You
the
made an app this weekend?
Yeah, he does that for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this thing I didn't get a chance to tell you, but this keeps us on track. And when we're like at an hour,
Am I in first grade again? Do we get
I
a?
know it's like
green light, yellow light, red
But
light. Thanks
anyway,
for keeping us
and
I feel like I'm
in
gonna get in
line.
trouble.
Have your parents sign this? Put their.
we always go over, so don't worry about it. But this mark thing doesn't do anything yet. But I made this cool app. But
Very cool.
No one cares. But
We care.
I mean, that's pretty
We're at least
fucking
gonna
cool.
pretend.
I'm just curious of why that's what you chose to do.
Well, he made
because
it.
I'm late. Well, I'm getting in trouble. See, well, I guess
Who's been getting you in trouble?
Okay, he's not getting in trouble.
Who's yelling at him
Nobody's
on
Let me
this?
explain. Let me explain.
Why are y'all yelling at Stark?
Chad.
So
It's Chad.
it's
Why are you
all
yelling in the
Chad.
microphone?
To be fair, Chad yelled at him earlier today.
Listen, okay.
So-
I've got
Y'all be nice.
I've got a little bit of beef with our intern at the moment. All right, and that's just between us. We have to bring it out on the air. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm just sitting here trying to be a support.
We're trying to get him promoted over here at the Funky Panther, and we just can't get him to do his work. That's all. No big deal.
So
He's
at
he's this close to getting on the
Hey,
payroll.
what grade are you in right
He's either
now?
fired or hired, and it's coming down to the wire.
Are we talking like kindergarten or like
See-
first grade?
See this thing that the viewers can't see, but you,
Keep going.
content.
I'm supposed to make videos, but I need timestamps I can click this button to get timestamps.
Hey, you're doing a great job. Keep
Thank you.
going. You're doing
And
really good.
This program will make those clips for me.
And
so
tell
I
her
don't have to do
what are the
anything.
colors for?
This
I
it's
think
like
those are a little
Don't
self-explanatory.
don't keep asking questions. No
But
one
I
can
have-
see it.
I have cooler news though.
Okay.
Please start with the cooler news.
Please get into it.
I'm going to be Scrum Master at work.
What the fuck is a Scrum Master?
I was about to say that. What is that?
It's basically team lead.
And
Oh,
oh,
well done, man. That's awesome.
Do you get a new like costume or uniform or like,
I am the Scrum lead.
what is Scrum?
So
you don't want to know.
it's
Okay.
it's a
Sounds
meeting.
sexual.
It is.
It's a stand-up meeting that you do every day.
Do you get like a staff,
No,
He gets like a
like
one
a
of
big
them.
stick?
Are you?
You like fucking Gandalf? Are
Do you get a cape?
You get a staff to
No.
raise
No.
you in the
Okay.
air.
you
If
the
we
music
got
man? Is that what you are?
if we got you a cape, would you get in trouble for wearing it for your Scrum meeting?
no, because I'm the team lead.
Wait, what is
Okay.
it? Wait, what's the job title called?
Scrum Master.
I feel like it should be Scrum Lord.
I like that better.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like Scum Lord,
Maybe like
but I like
Scrum.
Scrum.
catcher.
Scrum Deliumptious.
Scrum catcher.
Scrum catcher.
Scrum catcher.
Scrumptious.
Scrum.
Scrumptious.
Scrum.
Very, very scrumptious.
Very scrummy.
Stark.
That was my cool news.
That's congratulations, Stark. I'll give you your roses.
You know what? You know what, Stark? You deserve this. You deserve kids.
The passive aggressiveness on this podcast.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Fucking Lulu. Come on.
absolutely one of my
Okay,
favorite
I'm going to
things.
need some total silence for a moment.
Okay.
The Scrum Master
Oh,
helps to facilitate Scrum to the larger team by ensuring the Scrum framework is followed.
You know,
This
Chad
just
makes
keeps
everything-
What the fuck is Scrum?
So it,
That's like giving a definition, but you keep using the same word.
like,
Well, yeah.
It's making this so
What is
uncool.
bowling? It's when you throw a bowling ball down the bowling alley.
What's a bowling ball? It's a
bowling pins.
It's a bowling ball that you throw down. Yeah.
it's very bowling.
Ziggy, 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 oi, oi, oi. Yes, I like that from the group chat. Very nice. Very nice.
Scrum.
Hi, Teresa.
Scrum is a lightweight framework that helps people, teams, and organizations generate value through adaptive solutions for complex problems.
Chad, what did you
okay.
do this weekend, Chad?
Yeah,
Hurry.
Chad, go ahead. Get into it. We've been on this way too long.
You know, shit.
Give us your Scrum.
I'm not gonna. All right. What did we do this week? So we had a really cool meeting last
Oh, we
Thursday.
did. Yeah, on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de
Tim
Mayo.
wasn't there.
Tim wasn't there.
No, sure
What a
was not.
loser.
The half of the
Can't be the Scrum
TFP
Lord.
that goes to things, they were there.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
there.
We met up. We first off got to eat a burger at Gusto's.
Well, y'all
and it
finally
was
came to
bomb.
Dryce.
Yes.
Yeah.
First time at Dryce. Super awesome spot. Great cocktails. Those margaritas were hitting.
Delicious.
They were delicious. Yeah. And then we just kind of like talked some podcast shop with yourself and Lance from It's Probably You podcast as well. It was a good time.
And Jada was hanging out too.
I
Jada
know.
was
Do y'all
such a
love
sweetheart.
Jada?
Oh,
Such a
She's
freaking
so
sweetheart.
fucking awesome. I love her.
Like,
like
she-
too nice.
yeah, but
too
that's
nice.
literally who she is. But don't piss her off.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Oh yeah, is it? She's one of those like where she's super nice, super sweet, but then she'll flip it.
I don't really think it would be necessarily like flipped. Like you're not gonna know. You're just like being absolutely like ruined until the end, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, you really made me just like feel like shit.
Can you do me a favor and
What?
say ruined again?
Ruined,
Ruined.
Ruined.
ruined,
Run,
ruined.
run it. Well, I don't plan on getting on her bad side, so I think we're all
She was
good.
Jada was great though.
yeah.
She was awesome.
I saw her post on Twitter because Jonathan liked it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm going to follow you now on Twitter." So it's a great follow. It's a really cool person.
Cool.
That's a good story.
All right, you stalker.
Yeah, they got weird.
I know where you're at all times now. Ha ha.
And then Javier and I went over to Billy Bob's to go see Squeezebox Bandits. We saw our buddy Kevin over there with merch and whatnot.
We're gonna take a quick pause, real
We
quick.
got to take a quick pause.
Why is that?
Just go take care of business.
You knows how to shut everything down, right?
Adios,
yeah,
man.
Go. She's great.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye.
Our interns,
Scrum break.
Our interns
The Scrum Master calls.
has an emergency.
He's gone.
Yeah,
hence,
he's gone.
Hence the frustration. No, I'm just joking. It was a legitimate emergency. I hope everything's good. But no, so we went to see Squeezebox Bandits. Awesome show.
Great show. Great
Fantastic.
show.
And then we decided to keep going out. And so we went over to...
second rodeo.
yeah.
Okay, I've never been there.
I will be honest with you. So it's a brewery, right? The beer is not my favorite. Like we have much better breweries in Fort Worth. However, the ambiance there is amazing. Like it's this really cool outdoor area. I got it. Because
What the fuck is going on?
yeah, well, someone's got to run it.
Right.
Now you're the scrum lord.
Scrum
I am
Lord.
the Scrum Lord. And so, yeah, we went to Second Rodeo. It's really cool. Like it's like an outdoor patio, but it's inside.
Yeah.
But the roof does open kind of
So
like.
wait, do they only have beer?
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
they got
okay.
food, cocktails, wine. They have beer that's not their own. But like.
And then they have like a food truck, right? Or something?
Actually, it's kind of, it looks like a food truck, but it's like built on.
Yeah.
it's their own
But
kitchen, though, right?
Yeah.
That
It's
was
their
the only
kitchen.
thing is because I looked it up to go there and it showed that they only have like 3 things.
Like Philly cheesesteak
Yeah.
and then,
Like nachos.
and wings, PB&J wings.
I thought it was supposed to be a brewery though,
It is a brewery.
but they don't have their
Upstairs.
own beer.
No, they do have their own beer.
Okay.
I just don't care for their own beer.
Oh.
And so I'll go there.
We're
and
not going to be
probably-
sponsored by these guys.
I'm just being honest. Like I can get down with their whatever their Tejano lager or whatever their Mexican lager or whatever, and that I can get
Yes,
behind.
yes.
But the rest of them, I just wasn't super impressed with, to be honest with you. But
Those are
they're
gonna be the
new.
shirts.
Tim, you know, new
yeah,
breweries they take a little bit of time to
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
no,
get
I
up to
know.
where they need to be.
Well, the cocktails for this place, they give them to you in like little glass bottles, like they're pre-made. And so they're like, oh, here you go. And you just drink it.
Like out of okay, so it's like a little
Yeah.
pre-made glass bottle that's
But
got
like, so if I just wanted a vodka soda, can I get that?
I think they would actually make you a vodka soda, like the specialty
Okay. Oh,
cocktails.
okay, gotcha.
okay,
They have
gotcha.
So it's
yeah.
probably like a batch cocktail.
Yes,
then.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Gotcha. So not as much alcohol.
Well, I mean, it depends. Some of them are.
I mean,
Some of them are kind
not a
of
big
boozy.
batch alcohol kind of.
We got to go. We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll all
I'm
go
down.
one
Go
night.
soon.
It'll be fun.
I think that was about it. It was Mother's Day, so we went to go see the new Doctor Strange movie and went to Fix because it's right there in Clear Fork. Love
So
Fix.
good.
How was
Biscuits.
Doctor Strange?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Strange,
You know,
wasn't it?
Shut up.
Shut up. He's my favorite Marvel hero.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did like the movie.
Do not spoil
Wait, is
it.
that Benedict?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbun.
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Scrumberbatch.
Scrumderbun.
Cucumber.
Scrumcumber? What?
What?
Come scrum.
Benoit.
That's how we're gonna, and that's how we
Benoit
get
Scrum
canceled.
Lord.
There it is.
That's canceled right there. No, the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I can't think of, Saturday, went out a little bit, went over to Nickel City, just missed the Derby stuff. They had like the flowers and a bunch of cocktails and
Did
stuff.
you hear about the Derby?
No.
The long shot won.
Rich Strike. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
80
like
to 1 odds.
you could have put down like, a few $100s and made some pretty good bank on that.
No shit.
I'm going to start doing that, I think.
Just go for the underdog?
Yep.
Yeah, why
and if
not?
it hits, it hits,
You know what we need to do? Honestly, I've been saying this for years. and I
Kentucky
forget
Derby?
that it even exists. No, the
Lone Star Park?
Lone Star Park. How can we never go to
I
that?
don't know.
They've got like dollar beer.
It's
They used to
expensive.
anyway. They used to have like a dollar beer Thursday or something like that.
They probably don't have that anymore.
Maybe not. I remember going to a concert there, betting on some horses, and had a great night. And I think it was Casey Donahue or something like that. And then I just never came back. I never went back. I want to go back. It was a good spot.
Robin, do you often celebrate the Kentucky Derby? Do you ever go somewhere like specific?
No.
No.
I did last year. I actually went to Lone Star Park
Oh, really? Was it
for
fun?
a charity event.
Cool.
And so I did that. But then otherwise, like I've been in Vegas for different horse races typically. And so
Do you get a big hat, drink your mint juleps?
fuck no.
Okay, you don't do any of that? All right.
Do I look like I wear big hats?
No, but I mean, for Derby Day,
Yeah, I mean,
I would
it's
wear a
Derby
big
Day.
hat.
Come on.
I mean, I literally wore like a headband last year.
Okay.
Do guys wear big hats?
No. They wear fucking fedoras.
Ooh.
You
It's
got you.
tragic.
You had me at fedora.
Tim's in.
Tim loves
I went to prom. I wore a fedora. I was one of those guys.
Shut up.
Yeah, sure. I
I have a
was.
picture somewhere.
Yeah, there's
I
a
was
picture
like,
somewhere.
What color was it?
Black.
Okay.
As you do.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how was Lone Star Park when you went for the Derby?
It was cool.
Was it
like, I mean,
packed?
so we were there for like kind of a charity event mix.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to obviously do that. But I mean, I feel like every year it is pretty fucking packed.
Right.
So
Well, I think it gets bigger and bigger. I mean, people were more like, "Oh yeah, let's go
Yeah.
get drunk and watch horses."
It's all a reason to get drunk.
Everything is
everything in life is a reason to get drunk.
Baby's first birthday, gotta
Let's
get drunk. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, I'm like, that first year is for the parents. Like, you kept a human alive. Like,
Congrats, literally.
Get drunk and give the baby to the grandparents for the weekend or something.
Yes,
That's what I
thoughts and
say.
prayers.
So, Javier, what'd you do this weekend?
Let's see. Hung out with y'all. Doctor Strange.
You saw Doctor
Mother's
Strange?
Day, yeah, Mother's Day. Coldplay was great, and that is it.
You just said don't give it away, and you watched it too.
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't.
Say don't give it
for the
away.
people
Yeah, don't give it
out
away.
there.
I haven't
I
seen
like
it.
how y'all are like, what did everyone do this weekend? And it's like, we all hung out together.
Not me.
This weekend.
We
I
all know.
don't hang out with these guys.
We just hung out with you on Thursday.
Who do you hang out with?
I hang out with myself a lot. No, me and my girlfriend, we hang out.
Get 'em, Robyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hang
Get
out.
him.
And then what?
And then I go to work.
Get him. Get him.
Robyn, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Tell me.
Friday, I went to the Dickies 100-year anniversary.
Really?
So that was really badass. Obviously ran into like Mitch and Tom from Visit Fort Worth. The Black Pumas were the surprise gift.
No
I wanna
freaking
know
way.
why didn't?
Yes.
I mean, where did our invitation go?
Well, I was technically a +1 because I didn't know about it. So, but I mean, I still got to go. So it was fun. I'd never gotten to see the Black Pumas live.
wanted
They only
to.
did like 5 songs. And so then our like conversation the whole time was, how much do you think it costs to get them to play 5 songs? Because
wanna-
like they've been, nominated for so many things. And it's just like, I don't know.
Do you want to guess? Like, I want to say like,
Well, at first I thought like, oh, probably just like 5 songs, like 30,000. And everyone was like, no. So we came up with like probably at least 50,000.
I was
Yeah.
thinking 50.
Like
yeah.
at least 50,000.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious.
Like 30,000 gets them there. They need that extra bit to just do those 5 songs.
Well, my thing is like if they had a show later that night, they probably maybe would have taken less. But I don't know if they had ended up having a show that night.
I wouldn't have taken less. I mean, like, no, give me my.
I mean, if you're already gonna be in the area, like when we were at South by, Abraham, I think he
Yeah.
played like 3 shows in a day or something like that.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
probably.
He's out there hustling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Abe
everywhere
is a
right now.
badass.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Like he is just killing it.
Did you ever see him whenever he was emceeing like So Far? Oh man, it was awesome. Like I had no idea he was a musician then.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, it was all about all the other musicians, but he always came dressed like to like
Oh, his
the nines,
style?
like suit, hair done,
Yeah.
like looked great every single time.
Yeah.
And then I saw him at Arts Goggle the first time, like, and I was like, oh wow, you're a musician and you're really fucking good.
Yeah, that was the
Yes.
first time I saw him too.
He's also has like some of the best teeth I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like a lot of us females have been like, I would literally lick your teeth. like
Oh, okay. All right.
he
Yeah.
knows it's
I
fine.
mean, he's a handsome dude.
He very
Like he's
absolutely is.
incredibly attractive too. And so then you're just like, damn.
and he's so nice. Like when I
So nice, so kind. Like if you ever have a chance to just like sit and talk to him, I'd highly, highly recommend it.
first time I heard him, like I
Yeah.
went up to him, I was telling them, I'm like,
Same.
dude, he is a great, amazing artist. And I was like, I have to talk to him. So I talked to him for like a good 5 minutes. I saw Leon and crew like back
Yeah.
there, and I didn't want to. I was like, okay, well, man, hey, thanks for chatting with me. Like I don't want to keep you, like but it was like great hanging out with you and
Yeah.
talking. And he was like, yeah, well, blah,
Yeah, it was
blah,
cool.
blah.
I remember that. That was such a cool experience. And I mean, yeah, Leon was over there, and like I wanted to go talk to Leon, and but I was like, no, I'll talk to Abraham. And
Yeah.
then I think I made a good choice. I'm happy
Yeah.
about it.
Cool.
I'm happy about it.
What else did you do, Robyn?
I got a fucking picture of him hanging up in my room, my house.
Well, I got
Shit.
the signed thing from
Yeah.
Red Rocks.
Yeah.
What was Saturday?
Saturday was.
Oh, I had a date Saturday.
Ooh,
I had a date Saturday, and then Sunday, I just chilled.
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you go for the date?
I actually, I went to a place called Margaritas in Justin.
Margaritas
Our
in
original dinner plans fell through because the line was just like insane. And so he was like, do you mind if we just like go to a hole in the wall? And they were still doing Cinco de Mayo stuff.
Yeah.
And so they had like a bull riding thing and a bounce house for these kids. And it's like, it was absolute insanity, but like the margaritas were good. So
That sounds like whenever I was young, I used to go to Justin all the time because my parents would always buy me Justin boots. And we would always go over there and they would have bounce houses and little bull riding things. And
just in Justin in general.
Yeah, just in Justin in general. Yeah. Very weird. It was smaller then.
They had a store there, Justin Boots
they do.
outlet or
Yeah,
whatever.
uh-huh.
Well, there's one in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know there was one in Justin though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, it was a chill weekend. It's my favorite. I like
Nice.
to kind of just not do shit anymore these days.
It's the best kind of thing to do, though. You don't want to,
Yeah.
I really don't, and I'm not trying to be a sourpuss, Tammy, but there are days where I just want one day for myself. And,
I totally agree with that. And also, this is something that like y'all probably, I don't know, maybe you agree with or not, but like when I have to put on makeup 3 times in a row, like 3 days in a row, it's exhausting. And so obviously I did for y'all on Thursday, and then I did Friday, and then I did Saturday. And I was like, Jesus, I'm sick of getting ready. So
well, even for me too, I'm like, oh,
when you put your makeup on,
when I put my makeup on, I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
I know,
it's getting ridiculous.
exhausting.
But you had a good mix of going out, doing things, and chilling. You know what I mean? Like, there's a balance.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
My thing is just like when it's like days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, can I have like an in-between day?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the in-between day.
No, not for me.
That's every day for me.
Yeah. We know.
The
Yeah,
in-between.
every day.
We're well aware.
Every day.
Are you coming Thursday?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay.
I'll be there
Dude's going to
Thursday.
stop. Gross. What is he doing over
Yes,
here?
yes, and yes. I'll be there Thursday.
Tim,
I'm off on Thursday, so yeah, I'll be there Thursday.
you were thinking it too. Shut up. All right, so let's get into some group
Jesus.
news before we
We gotta get some group news.
completely off the rails. All right, real quick, a few things we want to mention. First off, we've got an episode that's going to be happening later this week. Not sure if it'll be live or not, but for sure you can catch it on the pod next week. We're going to be a part of interviewing some people from PBR.
Can we talk about that now?
I mean, we just did.
Yeah, we
Things
just
are
did.
being confirmed tomorrow.
Hooray!
So I have a meeting tomorrow, but things will be confirmed tomorrow.
Robyn's making shit happen. And
Like I've said for the past month and a half, Robyn's been doing shit, and she's just unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever things get out of your way and you just like don't have anything to like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's kind of nice to just do things.
100%.
So
So we also have, obviously, Robyn's here today. We've got some PBR interviews coming here pretty soon. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have Lou Charles back on the show. He was on the show a year ago. It was funny because that was the first time we met him.
Yeah.
Was when he came here in the studio was the first time we had ever met him in person. And so like,
Who was it that set that up? Monica?
Yeah, Monica from
Printed Threads.
Yeah. But she was doing some stuff for Amplify 817, I think, too, and she has the music connections.
Right, yeah.
So she did us well. And yeah, so now it's funny because we've seen Lou like 1,000 times in the past year, and it's like it's gonna be. I can't wait for the conversation. I really can't wait. It's gonna be really great. So you can catch Lou on the episode in 2 weeks. Really prepping for Louapalooza coming up in June. I believe it's June 18th. I believe it's June 18th, right? You're gonna catch all of us at Louapalooza. You're going, right, Robyn?
that is
Right, Robyn?
It's my friend's baby shower.
At night?
Sure.
At 10 o'clock at night?
It's in Nacogdoches.
Well, it's okay. We'll drink enough for all of us.
If I can make it back, I will be there.
But better
100%.
safe than
But
sorry.
yeah,
though.
I was like, I can't promise anything yet.
For sure. And then something else I want to mention. Really excited. You know, we mentioned this whenever John Gianni came on the show last week, that we had some really cool things that are coming up pretty soon. We're partnering with Fortress Presents to give away 2 free tickets to the Gucci Mane concert on June 5th. So let me give you a real quick teaser on Gucci Mane's show. So a couple
Gucci
things.
says burr.
He does.
This is a lot of other things too.
He does. Gucci.
So Gucci's coming to Fort Worth for the first time ever, thanks to Fortress Presents and Defy Tickets. He's an Atlanta rapper, East Atlanta Santa.
Do you know his real name?
Gucci.
It's he's got a Dion Roderick, yeah.
Yeah, there's a State versus Roderick.
The Straight
whatever,
Virgin
yeah.
versus Roderick Davis or something
Yeah.
like that. Or
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of his albums. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
So if you haven't listened to Gucci Mane,
That was really cool, Robyn. Did a good job there.
You're welcome.
appreciate you. Trap pioneer who kicked off his storied career with a prolific run of albums and mixtapes, including Everybody Looking back in 2016, Mr. Davis in 2017, and Woptober the 2nd in 2019, which were all top 10 hits on the album charts. He's coming to Wild Acre Live, which is going to be fantastic. We got to tour Wild Acre Live last week as a part of a Here Fort Worth mixer. Appreciate Visit Fort Worth for putting that together. And of course, Wild Acre Live and Fortress Presents for allowing all the musicians and for us to just kind of hang out and watch and see a little behind the scenes action. But this is going to be the first of a lot of really cool concerts this summer at Wild Acre Live. So hot on the heels of his latest release and his 15th solo full length album, Ice Daddy, which is what I call Javier sometimes, just depending on the situation. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you call me Ice, sometimes you call me Daddy, but never call me late for dinner.
Okay, Dad.
Oh, man.
But
It was so good, and then you did that.
Yeah, you
it's a dad
ruined it.
joke.
Yeah, you could have done a better one. It's fine.
So with that being said, we're going to drop on our Instagram at the Funky Panther starting tomorrow on, what is today? Today is the 10th. So starting tomorrow, May 11th through next Tuesday, which is May 17th. Right? Right?
Math is
Sure, I don't have a calendar.
Math is hard.
I thought you had this all figured out.
I kind of did.
Shazam,
Yeah, so
Shazam.
May 11th through May 17th, we're going to be running a contest. Check it out on our social media at the Funky Panther. We're going to be giving away 2 free tickets to the Gucci Mane concert.
Wait, how do you get
on
the
June
tickets?
5th?
How do you
It'll
get
be
the
on our
tickets?
social media at the Funky Panther.
But how do you win them?
But how do you win them?
It'll be
I
on
just
the
literally
social media
say,
at
like-
the Funky Panther.
You're literally going to have to go to our social media.
Yeah, you have to go to our social media and see the contest
Never.
rules.
You're not
But-
going to Gucci Mane for free.
What is your favorite Gucci Mane song?
So mine's Icy by Gucci with T-Pain.
Okay.
That's a good
mine.
one.
Some T-Pain in there. I feel you. Chad, do you have to look yours up?
He does.
No, it's,
Wow, what
it's
a fan.
I was trying to figure out. It's Freaky Girl. It's just like
That's
really, Freaky
mine. That
Girl?
can't be yours.
It
That's
is.
mine.
You should have started then.
No.
Well, try again.
That's what I get for being nice and asking first.
Okay, nice. Okay.
A nice guest she's been. A proper great guest, says I.
That was a great song. That was one of his first.
is.
Like he had an album before that, but I feel like that's the song that was like in college. Listen to that
Yes.
song. Like it was the first Gucci Mane song that I really
I'd
got
say
into.
that, or like more currently is like "Wake Up in the Sky."
Okay, yeah,
So.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I listened to a bunch of Gucci Mane.
Yeah. Do
like
you?
that?
No. I say I listened to
Okay.
a bunch of Gucci
Okay.
Mane.
So what was your conclusion?
I'm not a big fan.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I did like Trap House.
Please,
Trap House was a good one.
Please
Okay.
censor that. Please.
Well,
They're
we
gonna
know
say-
who's not going to Gucci.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm not going to Gucci Mane. Yeah.
that's fine because we'll
I just
be
love
there.
anyone who can like say their name 1,000 times and it's
Gucci.
not like an annoying. No one is like Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane, Gucci
Yeah,
Mane,
uh-huh.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that with every name.
That's
like you
true.
couldn't say ludicrous 1,000 times.
Luda.
But that's
Luda.
you can't say like ludicrous. Like
True.
it doesn't flow.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
flow.
No. Who else does that? I'm trying to think of other rappers
Now,
that
if,
do
if
that.
Flo
Basically
Rida
everyone.
was coming, I would go see Flo Rida.
Waka Flocka.
Oh, yeah.
Flocka does it.
Yeah.
He puts it down.
Another
Migos.
another
There we
really
go,
good
yeah.
song by Gucci Mane is "Wasted" with Plies. That was a really good song too.
Party, let's all get wasted. That one?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say he was like the pioneer of trap, though, and because of him, like so much other trap artists have come through. That's really awesome. So
Agreed.
He's evolved since his time in jail.
Yeah.
And he was chubby Gucci, and now he is.
it's Chubby Gucci.
He was Gucci.
Is that what he went by? Is Chubby Gucci?
Well, because he was,
He was Chuchi.
He was Chuchi. He was, and so the man was in jail, and he decided, I'm going to be fit, and for the better, which actually made him a lot more famous.
I mean, I think that if I was in jail, I would also find a hobby like working out and getting jacked. So
Oh yeah, Big Daddy rocks. Don't use your fingers.
I literally, is this the Jameson?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you check us out on the at the Funky Panther on Instagram. We're gonna have all the contest rules, and we'll have 2 free tickets to the concert on June 5th. Really looking forward to it. We'll be there as well, so you can catch us there as well. But yeah, before we get into sports real quick, last week we had Megan and Glenn on, and we had like a real quick conversation about how Jameson Orange probably shouldn't be a thing. And so I went to Tricks of the Trade and bought her only bottle there, and it's not that bad. I went, here, you want some?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
come on.
Okay.
I'll do
some?
another shambong. How about that?
No, we'll do a shambong together. You're gonna have a little bit of this.
Just a
Lord, no,
just a,
please.
Just a smidge of. And did you see the bottom of these have the sign
Holy
of Christ?
Cross?
they're votives from the Vatican. Was it the Vatican? No, Mexico City.
These are votives?
They're votives, yeah.
They're candle votives.
But all the bars use those apparently in Mexico City
Why does mine have water in it?
because
Because he just-
Oh,
Is that
because
a
I
thing?
just cleaned it.
It's like, what liquid is this?
Oh, well, we had this conversation earlier
How,
about my.
how do you feel about Gucci's teeth? Does he got nice teeth?
I mean, I like really nice teeth. I don't know.
Do you think he's just got veneers or what?
I mean, all rich
I
people
feel like,
do.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
most people have veneers.
Like
at this
Pete Davidson has veneers. Like
point. Really?
he does.
Yeah, but okay, so Pete Davidson has Crohn's, and I think a lot of that kind of fucked up his teeth too. So
All right. Cheers up to the Jameson Orange. Come on. You can do this.
But you were just like, here's a baby shot. That I have more than you.
No, you do not.
What a psychopath.
Okay, pour a little bit of mine then. I don't care.
Jesus.
I'm not here for a long time.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
we
I got you
All
wet.
okay, down the hatch.
All right, here we go.
Salud.
That's garbage.
It is
What were
not
you
that
talking
bad.
about?
I think it was because it was diluted in the water. You really don't get the full flavor.
That's not bad. Like I can see myself putting that in.
I've definitely had worse things in my mouth.
So is Chad.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
That's not something I would like choose to drink.
Yeah, well, because I saw some at Rabbit Hole, and I asked, and they're like, "It's actually pretty good." And like here's
But how do
I don't
people
hate it.
drink it? Just
Well,
as a shot, or like,
he
is
did
there a
say,
cocktail that comes with it?
What,
You know,
what
you
is-
mentioned the whole like orange juice espresso. I bet you that'd be really good with a shot of espresso.
Stop. Orange juice espresso?
Yes.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Have you? So I've
Do you
got
ever get advice from TikTok? Like, do you ever get like things to try, like viral things?
look.
I mean, I have some TikTok advice, but it's not anything I'm ingesting in my body. So
I've got a new addiction.
Jane's addiction.
Yeah, Dutch Bros. Like I'm don't even no.
the sugar content.
Yes, and that's why I'm addicted to it.
I'm against that. I
Yeah,
can't
I was
do a
like,
lot of sugar.
no. I got one thing there, and I don't think I even drank a fourth of it. It was so sugary.
Like I just drink cold brew, and if I get it
That's
from
what I do.
Starbucks,
Is I love cold brew.
me too. If I get it from Starbucks, I'll get a cold brew, heavy cream with 3 espresso shots and 3 Splendas.
Okay, next time get the cold brew with vanilla sweet cream.
That's the one I like.
That's what I get.
Yeah, same.
And it's, I don't know, it's like heaven.
It's
that and
just-
some egg bites.
I do get egg bites, but here recently I've been getting the overnight oats,
Oh.
which is really good too. I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah,
I just feel like that's a little bit harder to eat and drive.
true, Robyn. I work 8 minutes away, so I'm.
I brought Dutch Bros up though because they had an orange coffee. It was orange coffee with soft top on it, and it's fucking delicious. I was addicted to that.
raindrop.
Well, I've had like a creamsicle coffee before, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think it was based off of.
Like
It was
a
kinda
dreamsicle
that.
or
Yeah, a
whatever, yeah.
dreamsicle. Yeah.
All right.
These are some weird things.
Moving on.
guys.
We haven't even made it past the first piece
We're
of it.
45 minutes.
This is
in.
why you need Stark.
This is exactly why we need
This
Stark.
is- His app needs to work.
Yellow.
Like the 3.
Chad put it to
I
yellow.
moved it to yellow, but that was like half an hour.
All right.
Okay, yeah, keep going. I'm gonna open another drink.
Let's get into this. Let's
into sports.
just kick this off real quick and
Why did I just have the urge to like crush this?
I wish you would have.
I wish you. That would have been so cool.
And now
Oh yeah.
action sports with Javier. Take it away, Javier.
Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks play the Phoenix Suns in a tied-off series, 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
2-2. I feel like they've been doing really good since I haven't been watching them play because Friday was Coldplay. We were over there. The Mavs were
Dude, I was
playing.
keeping up with it on the phone.
I tried to on any service, but also yesterday we were watching Doctor Strange, and it was during the game. So the Mavs and the Suns are tied 2-2. Game 5 tonight
They're
at
at
9 p.m.
at the Suns, right? Yeah.
They're in Phoenix. Whoever wins at home or whoever wins away wins the series, I say. Because, I mean, obviously, they won in Phoenix. We won in Dallas. So there are 3 games left. It's a best of 7. They're the number 1 team in the league. And I think that whoever wins this series goes to the finals.
Yeah,
there's guarantee.
So there's talk about your refs at home versus refs away.
It's just the refs you get, honestly. Because
I mean, I think so too. But no taking these hits and laying down on the floor and letting them score, like trying to get that,
trying to get that nut
right.
Absolutely,
They need to be up and moving and not trying to catch those fouls. That's,
Robyn, do you ever go to like Maverick games or anything like that?
The only sport I don't really pay attention to is basketball, and I think that's only because I was born vertically not challenged.
Muggsy Bogues played for Charlotte Hornets, and he
You
was
say that like I know who it is.
he was 5 foot.
Yeah, he was.
Dude was like
one of the-
5'1",
one of the shortest
NBA player
of all time.
So
Not
you know
it.
what?
But it's funny because Shaq would
So-
always be like, "Oh, you're so small," and like rub his head. Ooh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love all other sports, though.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? Well, I don't want to give it away in case y'all are talking about
Oh no,
it.
please.
About how they were saying that they think we can host another NFL team.
Yes. Ooh, do you have that in news?
I don't know.
Let's get into
You're
that a little
welcome.
bit. Let's get into that a little bit. What do you think? Would that be a good idea for the city of Dallas?
No.
Absolutely.
But
not.
are you talking about NFL or that other?
NFL.
Okay, so
NFL.
actually
Yeah.
two NFL
Yeah.
teams now.
the mayor of
No.
Dallas wanted to bring another NFL team in Oak Cliff.
I think
'Cause,
that's ridiculous.
That's what they did in. That's what they do in California, right? They've got
LA Chargers.
LA Chargers, and the
LA Rams.
Rams, yeah.
Well,
And then the same with the basketball. You got the Lakers.
Well, and then they had the
Clippers.
Oakland Raiders, and now they moved to
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Well, the competition committee would not let that happen because Jerry Jones is a big proponent. They talked about a team in San Antonio, but it would take a lot of money. Whenever the Cowboys used to do training camp in San Antonio, it would take away the dollars if they have a team there. So, of course, they moved it to Houston. But Jerry Jones would never go for it, and it would
No.
never pass.
I could see us hosting one of those like that off-label team, like the off-label.
We have
football.
one. It's XFL in Arlington.
No, not the XFL. I'm talking about the
At
other one that
Choctaw.
they've got going on right now.
USFL.
Yeah, there you go.
No, we already have too many things.
I'm
here.
just saying I could see like something like that, but not two NFL teams. No.
We have we have
Yeah.
we have lacrosse here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Have you been to?
No, not yet. But I have
Jesus.
told y'all to let me know like where the hot guys are. So
Oh my God! You
Like
should have
the
come
hot
with
single
us.
ones, yeah.
Like the goalies are stacked. Them guys are.
how old are these guys?
They're
though?
young. They're young. They're like
Mid-20s.
25. Yeah,
perfect.
They got good butts too.
And most of
I
them
love
have
me a
like
good
really
butt.
good day
do.
jobs.
I'm not gonna lie.
I do.
I do. Like a baseball
I mean,
player butts.
baseball player butts are still my favorite
God,
butts.
they get me nuts.
Cowboy butts.
Cowboy butts drive
drive
me
me
nuts.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other sports news, Stars are in the playoffs also again.
Jesus.
They are down 2 games to 1 or 3-2.
Yeah.
With 1 game left, 2 games left in the series. Stars play tomorrow night.
So hopefully they clinch this next game. And
Yeah, because they're wild. Because they
are the wild card,
They're the
yeah.
wild card, and Calgary is first place in the Western Conference. The Byron Nelson starts on Friday. That's going to be a $9 million purse.
A $9
whoever
million?
wins.
So PBR coming up, the PBR finals.
Yeah.
Whoever wins is gonna that's $1 million purse too.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've always been intrigued with bull riding, and only I
They
can.
make a shit ton.
They
Oh,
do
yeah, yeah,
off of
yeah.
sponsorships, I'm sure, and then those belts. I didn't realize those.
buckles, yeah, the buckles are-
according to the show Yellowstone, those belt buckles can buy you a really nice guitar, from what I've seen. In an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
But yeah, so PBR finals coming up this weekend, which we are going to be a part of. They're going to, going for $1 million plus whatever else they won going up into this. So I mean, these guys are going to walk. One guy's going to walk away with a pretty good amount of money
Lot
and a
of
gold
money.
and a gold belt buckle. So
But the PBR is going to be going on for 2 weeks here in Fort Worth.
It goes till the 22nd.
Absolutely. So be sure to check it out. Support local, and I say local because it's in Fort Worth and it drives up the dollars here in the city. In other sports, the Colonial will be May 26th through the 29th with a $7.5 million purse to be won by the winner.
hey, we're going to go to that.
We go.
I don't know. That's Memorial Day weekend.
It's so hot.
Either that or
It
the
is,
river.
though. You're absolutely right.
Like,
It's so
I like
hot.
going to the
It
river.
rains
Yeah,
at least
river's
once,
good.
and it's muddy.
We get kind of lucky because
Yeah.
one of our friends, like her dad, works there and gives us the caddy passes.
But Bill Murray's going to be there.
Is
He goes every year. He's at the Colonial every year.
I always go into the Champions Club because there's air conditioning in a bar.
Nice.
So
We've been there once,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
what I like.
We usually just go where all the golf clubs are and drink free beer. Whoever has got a cooler full of beer, we grab it and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad
good time.
scenario.
So just to recap, hockey players have really shredded bodies. Baseball players have great butts, and so do rodeo.
Cowboy
yeah,
butts.
cowboy
Cowboys,
guys.
Rodeo
Cowboys.
clowns.
No, don't
And
Also-
your lacrosse players, they're
they
pretty
do too.
handsome.
They are.
The goalies,
Yeah.
apparently, according to
goalies.
Javier.
Yeah.
Only the goalies.
And that
He's just
was
saying that because we met Orleman that one time.
and that was Who's Hot by Javier.
You're welcome, boys.
All right, so just let's get to a little bit of just a little bit. of
1
this.
hour in almost.
no shit.
And now it's finally time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Boy, have we gotten out of hand.
Best episode ever. I love
Good
this.
Lord.
Robyn's having a gas with these Sonic drinks.
I'm trying, guys.
Please.
So I'm going to bring up we'll make it real quick. So did you hear about the Fort Worth Museum? The Kimball, they paid $22 million for a painting.
No.
They're trying to get it, and it's stuck in the Louvre. Okay, so the Louvre says not so fast because it's a French painting, and they want to keep it as a national treasure.
Okay.
Then how the fuck did they buy it?
Right. So we've spent $22 million, and they knew. So the Kimball knew that this is a possibility.
Right.
And they went ahead and did it. Go ahead and let's just show what this painting is.
All right.
So
Shut the fuck up.
it's a basket of strawberries, and let me just tell you, I'm going to read this.
Are
to
you sure those are strawberries?
It's a basket of wild strawberries,
It looks like a plate full of crawfish.
Zoom in.
and this is
Can you zoom in?
I feel like those could be raspberries.
I don't know if I could do
I
this
see a
or not.
peach. I do see a peach.
and this is what is said here. It's
those two cherries on
deceptively
the top?
simple, and it's
Deceptively.
absolutely captivating, and it's magical. Eric Lee said. He goes on to say that
Those are chili peppers. Those are strawberries.
Those are habaneros for sure.
oh yeah, habaneros.
Look at that basic ass glass of water.
The painting completely mesmerized
That's
me.
a sexual peach. Look at that pit, or look at that hole.
a sexual ass peach.
Oh my God.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
So he says the painting completely mesmerized
Testicles?
me.
Yes.
And it mesmerizes almost anyone who sees it.
I would use mesmerized.
That's
Yeah.
not the word I'd use.
So under French law, the export can be frozen for 30 months. Or that means 2.5 years.
Can you imagine paying $22 million or something and not getting it for almost 2 years?
I'd be fucking pissed. I would go to France and throw strawberries at, or habaneros or whatever the fuck is in this painting. Jesus, and that sexual
Okay,
peach.
here's the thing though, is I want to ask my friend Kat, because she works with the museums.
Yeah, okay.
And be like, what's like y'all's side of like
yeah, what's the deal?
things?
Are you, are you
that's-
making fun of him?
This is what I love so much
No,
about
I'm
it.
like, I'm curious.
I would
like,
make fun of him. Like
what? Because here's I don't understand art.
me neither.
Like I like
What do you mean
photography.
you don't understand art?
I like, to me, I'm just like, that's a really nice painting.
Yeah.
I don't understand like what about that would cost $22 million.
Why is that
Hold on.
mesmerizing?
Have you ever seen a painting that just like made you feel something?
No.
No?
No.
Same.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
How about
I like
how about
Monet.
the-
Monet's
I
fun
like
to look at.
photography over anything.
Yes.
Photography
Yeah,
is
same.
my art form that I like.
I get that, but I mean, like, not only is there like, I mean, I'm not all about that fucking that picture or the painting or whatever, but like, there's history involved. A lot of times they came from all over the place, or some, crazy artist.
I know he's passionate. He
really
likes
passionate about
painting.
this.
I do, or I did at one point.
Yeah,
I really
and you're gonna
enjoy
pick it back up at some point, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have more time.
Bob
now.
Ross.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm more into like the modern, the contemporary stuff, so I don't really understand that. But like, I still think that art is art.
I mean, I still think it's cool, but like,
But after seeing that,
Yeah.
do you think it's deceptively simple?
I
come
don't even
on.
know what that means.
Okay.
So if you would have gotten close to that painting, like the picture does not do it justice.
Okay,
I'm sure.
Was it absolutely captivating and magical?
No,
Okay,
absolutely
yeah.
not.
I didn't think so either.
I will say one thing. You said
I mean,
Monet.
it's fascinating that they're stacked like that, but
Yeah.
that's also
Yeah.
a painting and not real life.
But I mean, I enjoy Monet.
I
and
think
enjoy
you're saying it wrong. It's money.
money. I enjoy
Get it right. I love money too.
I like
That's
money.
why
but
it's
this
so
is
expensive.
ridiculous.
money, money, money.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, we can just skip the rest of this. That was the only news I've got.
That was the biggest news. You got like 8
Next.
things here.
I had a bunch
Oh,
of
do
stuff
that
on there.
one.
No, do you want to get into this? Can we get into the conspiracy?
Wait, what's the conspiracy?
Or do you want to wait?
Yeah, no, let's go in. Let's go ahead and get into
Let's
it.
go ahead and get into it.
Yeah.
All right, are you team-
Robyn? We'll eventually talk about you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Are you team Johnny Depp or Amber Heard?
I don't like either of them.
Okay.
And if we
fair
need
enough.
to go into that, I will. But like,
Is it
they're
because they both paint?
No, it's because they're both fucked up individuals.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are.
Like, here's the thing: is yes, I would be if I had to choose a side, I would choose Johnny Depp. But like, he literally had. Did y'all listen to when they read his text messages?
Oh yeah,
I
they're
did hear
Where
awful.
he was literally saying like he wanted to burn her body and fuck her corpse.
yeah.
Jeez.
Like there's nothing.
Yeah, they're both terrible people.
Both need a lot of fucking help.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is obviously what was done to him is fucked up, and it does like I can't say the word happy, but like I'm glad it's being brought to light that men are also victims.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like you have to understand like this is why you don't worship people of like that stature.
Never meet your heroes.
Yes, because it's just they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of fucking issues.
All right.
Like they brought up like his rehab in on his private island in the Bahamas. Like who is this? Nobody has a private
Well,
island.
here's the thing is like you have a private island and then you also have like a rehab on it. Like what help are you actually getting?
Yeah.
Well, and then they talked about him self-harming and all that stuff, and they brought all that up. But so here's the theory that went viral on TikTok a few days ago. People were proposing that Amber Heard's lawyer is secretly a hardcore Johnny Depp fan and presumably only took the job in order to sabotage her own client.
I don't
think that's real, but it's just funny to think about that, like to be that like obsessed with this one person. And if you watched any of the trial, it was just absolutely insane. Like there was so much stuff that like that lawyer allowed and did and said and asked and even objected on their own.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So I haven't really
ask a question that they start answering and they're like, objection. Oh yeah, that was me who asked that.
I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention, but I've been watching like the little reels or clips or TikTok, right?
Definitely.
And so like I've only seen probably 5 minutes total of the entire thing, and it does seem pretty screwed up. It seems like here from the chat, the majority of people are Johnny Depp, like they're team Johnny for sure. But it seems
I like Jordan's comment.
yeah, just in a silly, goofy mood. And then Amber Heard, which is
that is some shit.
Yes. Literally, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying is like, what these people have a lot wrong with
So they're
them.
saying that Amber Heard's got borderline personality disorder. And
I think she has a lot more than that.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure she does. And her parent, I believe her parents are even on the record saying like, yeah, she's got some really major issues. But there's also on the side of the mental health, like on mental health, like Facebook and TikTok and all that stuff, people are absolutely upset because of how she's portraying like, okay, she's got borderline personality disorder, but she's making it look like making everybody else look so bad. Because now that's in the...
Okay, I feel like that's very dramatic, though. That's like one really shitty alcoholic being like, well, you're making me look bad. Be like, no, you have a fucking issue.
Right.
Like...
Right.
Call it how you see it. It's...
Yeah, I think it's mostly just because it's like in the it's,
call it what it is.
It's in our face on the media.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest issue.
No, my biggest thing was her. Did y'all see her with her like tissues?
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So I was
She
going to bring that up.
Full blown doing coke.
Okay.
You can't tell me otherwise.
So that was my other conspiracy I was going to bring up was she doing coke on the
Yes,
stand? And yeah, 100%.
Fucking 100%.
100. There's no way she's that dumb.
Oh, dude.
She's dumb as fuck.
I mean, I saw the video
Did you
and it looks like it.
She's shoving her finger up her nose.
Oh yeah, and then she's like,
But how does she even get it on the tissue?
because she's probably got it
The way
somewhere.
she did it is the classic way to do coke. The way she did it is how...
We're going to teach you how to do drugs.
on the
Yes.
fingernail.
Oh, yeah, I have the fingernail. I have a coke nail.
Yeah, on the coke nail.
Gross. Jesus Christ, clip that thing, dude.
It's a coke nail.
Oh my God, but you don't do coke.
But
I
it's
actually do it to pick my ear. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my.
the coke
I'd
nail's
like to leave now.
No shit, me
the coke nail's coming back. It's coming back.
It needs to.
It's
not.
coming back in
It's
style.
Disgusting.
What? Who says?
Mexicans.
It just is.
There's like
I can say that. I'm Mexican.
there's like tiny
It's okay.
spoons and mirrors and dollar bills.
But
Like, why do you need
nothing's as convenient as having it on your finger.
I have a good,
or disgusting?
I have a
Nothing
good coke
is as
story.
disgusting as a
I'll
long.
It's
tell
not-
Do you know how dirty your hands are?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
gross.
Do you know how dirty cocaine is?
Well, I've never done
Okay.
cocaine. I can't do things up my nose. It freaks me out.
So the whole thing with the coke nail is like you can't get busted for paraphernalia then. If I've got a little spoon and all that stuff, this is just my
dollar
nail.
bill.
If I got a
Yeah, that's a
rolled up dollar
paraphernalia.
bill with residue on there, yeah, paraphernalia.
Yeah, well, your finger's gonna have fucking residue on it.
I was working. That's flour.
It's a
Oh
drywall.
my
I'm a
God.
baker.
It's drywall.
Oh, it
What
was-
it is.
yeah, I 100% think she was doing coke though.
yeah. No, she absolutely was.
Did you see that other video where she posed for like her blowing her nose and she like stopped, flashed from the camera, and then she just goes back to
Did you see the one where she wiped her fake tears?
yeah. Oh,
She goes like, I was like, that's not how you wipe tears.
What was my favorite that's been going around on TikTok is she says my dog stepped on a bee, and then everybody else is just like rhyming, making things. My mom had to really pee, and then it's terrible.
Leave the
like
dogs out of
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
from the chat, I feel like this actually makes a lot of sense. So someone was saying that it could be menthol to help her cry, right? Maybe it wasn't coke. Maybe it was just something to help her cry.
Maybe.
Either way, it's
Was
fake
it those
and
fucking
fucked up.
sniffing salts?
Yeah.
I mean, that shit'll
Fucking
make you cry.
psycho.
That'll make you tear up for sure. It could be that. That actually makes more sense. Tucked away
But
in a
she didn't
tissue.
cry immediately afterwards.
No.
That was
No,
the
no.
thing. As she like looked relieved, she's like,
I will say,
Look,
she did.
I'm going to say they're both terrible people and they've done terrible things and said terrible things to each other or whatever. But I think that Johnny was beating
no.
Amber? No. Do I think Amber beat Johnny? Yeah. I mean, yes, 100%.
I mean, they had
Yes.
video proof that
Yes.
she. And I
Okay,
hate.
also her like in the elevator with all the dudes.
Yeah.
Like James Franco, Elon, who else?
There's
Oh,
pictures
you're
of
right.
Elon. There's,
Yeah.
there's
Elon's
pictures of
bruised.
Elon
I was like,
with like
Elon.
his face
No.
pretty much like almost like a black eye. It's bruised here, holding hands with Amber because they were together for a short period of
I
time.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, whenever I was watching this whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, I didn't even recognize her. I didn't know who she was. And then I don't know, on the
She
news,
changes her appearance a lot.
they had like older video of her, and I was like, oh shit!
But they
I didn't
say
connect the dots.
that's part of her borderline personality disorder. She takes on like the persona of and mimics the person that she's with or the people that she's with and things like that.
Like you can look this up later, but in one day, Johnny had a tie with a bee on like as his.
I saw that, and then she started copying his outfits.
Yeah. It's
She
crazy,
literally
right?
would like he'd wear something, and the next day she'd like
Yeah.
copy his outfit.
Yeah.
I was like,
shit.
you
So
are
either that's a fucked
psychotic.
up mind game or it's
Oh,
it's
it's a
part of
mind
her
game.
mental disorder.
Either way, it's messed up.
So
Like,
so
that's jacked.
so I for one I hate using the word crazy because like you never call anybody
Okay,
crazy
fine.
because you
don't
never know what they're
don't use it. She's fucking crazy. I'll use it.
but like it really it dampers down like the real victims
Absolutely.
of abuse
Yeah.
of like people are going through this every day, and for her to we don't know the whole story, we're never going to know the whole story, but for her to act like this is just absurd and degrading and disrespectful to the real victims. So that's what I gotta
I'm
say
curious
about
if he's going to win though.
He will.
that. He will.
So a couple more things from the chat. Elon showed her his rocket. Okay, nicely done.
I'm also very curious of like if Elon is packing.
They got surgery for that now.
He's
That
and
I
he-
just-
and he probably had it.
I mean, he's the
Maybe.
richest
He got hair
man in the
plugs.
He's
world.
got hair plugs.
Yeah.
And
His
then
hair looks great.
Also from the chat, how about her using a surrogate to have Elon Musk kid after he
Yep.
tried to destroy the embryos after they broke up? Is that a thing? That
Oh,
happened?
yeah.
The baby she
Yep.
has is
Is Elon
Yep.
Musk's kid?
Yep. Apparently. I don't know if testing's actually been done, but yeah, that's the rumor.
That's crazy.
She crazy girl.
Yeah, she cry.
But okay, have you ever seen that like crazy hot scale?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's that attractive, but
No.
some people think she's really hot, and with that hits that mark where she's really crazy.
Okay,
So
what is the male version of the crazy hot scale?
it's the same thing. It's just
yeah,
I mean,
I think it's the crazy douche or the hot douche scale.
Yeah, I would say douche scale.
who's the hottest douche though?
I try not to be attracted to douchebags, but
James Franco was pretty attractive, but he's kind of douchey.
He's a predator.
absolutely.
He's a predator.
Yeah, I was like, I
yeah.
used to love
Yeah,
him.
he admitted it.
Oh
yeah, he was like messaging like 14-year-old
Yeah.
girls.
Oh no.
That's the whole reason why like Seth Rogen's not like he's
I
not
liked James
he's
Franco.
not doing anything with James.
Yeah. They used to be like this, and then that all came out.
Did you know Elon was on an episode of Gossip Girl?
No.
He was?
He was like
I'm
the
going
old
to go
one?
back and watch it now.
Like
the
the old
original,
one?
Gossip
Yeah.
Girl. Because just like how what's her name? Not Vanya. Sorry, Vanya. What's her name? The Trumps.
Ivanka.
Ivanka and Jared were
Yeah.
on a episode of Gossip Girl.
Interesting.
So I think that concludes my news though. Like we went on this whole tangent. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
That's fine.
Woohoo!
I think
What's
you would make
happening
a
here?
great addition to the Funky Panther.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I should just be like an honorary member.
Maybe. Really?
Anytime you want
That was
me
news
here.
with Tim.
As a matter of fact, if you ever, you'd be a good like stand-in. Like if Chad's sick, you can take over.
Chad's never
Would
sick.
you ever do
Bye,
that?
Chad.
Would you want to do that?
By
yeah.
me? Fuck you. Tim, you're taking over Stark's spot, and then Robyn's taking over
yeah.
your spot.
Oh my god, it'd be so much better. Sorry, Stark. Sorry, Stark.
We just round robin it or what?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry about you. Sorry, I'm so
well
sorry.
done. The new podcast called Round Robin.
Well, honestly, God knows what we would all talk about.
Oh,
so.
God.
I'm not. I mean, we're
Imagine
already
the
over an
drunken-
hour.
Yeah,
and we haven't even
no.
talked about you yet. Like, this is
All right, so we're just gonna have to bust into like
The Funky Five.
Yeah.
busted.
Nothing but illustrious guests. You already know what it is here at the Funky Panther. Number one
that
podcast
means-
in Fort Worth. Sorry, Robin.
That
But
means you
number one
can't-
podcast
I
in
was
Fort
first.
Worth. Yeah.
you can't.
She was.
I can and I
You-
will.
You cannot.
say B-side questions.
No.
Yes. Hey, whenever I do have a question though, whenever you heard about us, what did you first think? Like, what were your? I would take a shambong too. I would gladly, if he's gonna get one. I'll
Yeah,
get one too.
we're about to get into Robin questions. So
Well, so I mean, I've talked about this openly. We all have before. Is like initially, I feel like all of us were kind of wanting to be competitive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we were just like, fuck them. Like,
Oh, we're-
I'm the new podcaster.
We're still
like,
not. We're not competitive
I will
anymore.
fuck you up.
I will fuck you with this bottle, Tim. Jeez.
What?
she's gonna shake it up and
I don't know about that. But no, and so that was the thing is like I remember when y'all came out, I like listened and I was like, okay, I was like, we're completely different.
Yeah.
And then I started actually listening and I was like, wait, like I like them. I was like, we would really get along because obviously here we are.
Yeah,
Is I was just like,
yeah.
no, I was like, I'd really get along with them. And then I feel like it just all kind of came together.
Yeah.
and
It's funny, I miss-
happy little harmony.
So I messaged LDP yesterday, and I was like, because I listened to his last episode.
yeah.
And he was talking about all the like the changes. Are you
Yes.
Well, number one, I had issues with the. Are you a receiver? Are you a resistor? Like, and that's like the legit things.
Right.
That aside, I'm totally a resistor. I fucking resist change
We know.
with all
I feel you on that.
But yeah, like I sent him a message like I'm totally a resistor. Love the episode. I mean, it was great. Like it actually like listen to him. I was able to kind of connect some dots with my own self, which I think that's what he brings to the table. Robyn's got all the you got all the cool guests. We got some cool guests, but you get some.
No,
Yeah.
I mean y'all do too. My thing is just like I really want to bring more of like these conversations that we have
Yeah.
that typically aren't recorded and be like, let's just make everything not off topic.
Right.
Like let's talk about the rough shit
Yeah.
because I feel like it brings us all together.
rough shit, baby. Let's talk about.
No.
Stop it.
No,
Stop it.
that did not work
No,
at
it
all.
didn't.
Nope.
Try
It
again.
was a try. It was a fail, but it was a try.
But it's just one of those things is like my biggest thing is I feel like you can figure out so much just through conversation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so why the fuck not?
I remember, so, when we were trying to figure our shit out, because it took us a good, honestly, I mean, because we started right before COVID, when y'all started a little bit before us, right? And so we were trying to figure our shit out, and we had like 5 people on the podcast, down to 3 people on the podcast, and they're like, do we do guests? Do we not do guests? Like, we have transformed drastically over the past 2.5 years. Am I about to spill? Thank you. But I will say that I started listening to a lot of podcasts because it used to be like, brewing podcasts or like self-help.
Serial,
Like,
I love cereal.
Great podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't ever listen to that,
Oh,
but thank
so
you
good.
for.
Also, you should listen to In the Dark. I think you would like that.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I would listen to a lot of local podcasts because I want to I wanted to learn from it, right?
Yeah.
And so like Forever Reckless, I would listen to Jordan and Mariella at the time. And I was like, okay, well if Jordan and Mariella can do it, we can do it for sure. And so,
I'm just waiting for
Fucking
Jordan to
up.
say
If
something.
you
on
want to
there.
hate Chad
Right
she
now.
already does. And I fucking told
Jordan,
her.
I will beat his ass if you tell me to.
And so I started listening to Corks and Cowtown, started listening to probably you, and I was like, man, we're getting a lot of like, what they're doing, what we want to do, similar. Like, I like the guest aspect, but like, obviously, we're a different feel. We're not doing shambongs in every episode, but here we are, like back to back shambongs on episode. But I won't forget the very first time you mentioned us on your podcast, and I was like, oh shit, they said the Funky Panther on their podcast.
He was
I
starstruck.
posted that shit on Instagram like immediately. I was like, they said our name. I mean, this is pretty early. We didn't even know who we were.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was pretty cool. We appreciate you.
Well, I'm
And the
very
support
grateful for y'all
even early.
too. But that's the thing is like, and me and Lance have talked about it a ton. LDP is like we all have such different perspectives on stuff too, and we all have such different backgrounds. There's no reason we can't all do this
Yeah,
together.
Agree.
Absolutely.
Agree.
So
Well, it's like we're gonna do this.
yeah, I was
All
like,
right.
here, wait, let's clink if we can.
I think these ones are plastic though, huh?
they are, but like still, it's a plastic.
Plastic's the way to go, I think.
Oh,
Because I'm
yeah.
so worried that I was going to break those last time.
face.
Not the first time, not the last, bitch. Ah!
All right, 3, 2, 1. The bubbles are killing me
fuck
today.
that. You
I
got
got a
it
little bit
too.
left in there.
I win again.
All right. So you want to go ahead and just get into the Funky
get into
Five?
the
Is that what we
Funky
want
Sure.
So, as you may know,
Play the music, Tim, in the background.
I'll get there.
Yeah, I
we
want
do a
sound
little
effects.
something called the Funky Five, where we ask 5 rapid fire questions, getting to know you just a little bit better.
We play the porn music on Funky Five.
We play the
Perfect.
funky music on the Funky Five.
It's porn music.
Oh yeah.
So, like, if I was to say, "Hey, Robyn, what's your favorite color?" You would say
Black.
I knew that was coming. How did I know? All right. Question number 1: what is your absolute favorite Fort Worth restaurant?
There's so many.
Yeah, I was like, can I give like a casual and a like nicer?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so casual, I would say I fucking love cocoa shrimp.
Oh, yes.
I went there on
Yeah,
Saturday.
same.
Oh,
Fucking love cocoa shrimp. It's
Yes.
like a little hidden gem and it's so different and so unique, I feel like. And I fucking love it.
Thoughts on
Which
the
is
rice?
your favorite? What do
Thoughts
you
on the
get?
rice?
with shrimp.
The fucking rice is sent from God himself.
Yeah.
I get the sampler.
Okay, there
So
you go.
I do the sweet and spicy and then the butter garlic and the lemon herb. So
That's exactly what I used to do.
okay, but what dressing do you get for your salad?
lemon poppy.
No, I get the ginger.
But I went all in on the sweet and spicy. Or is that what it is? What is it? Yeah, the sweet and spicy shrimp because I think it's the absolute best.
Oh, it's
You
so
get- You get
good.
the coconut shrimp and then also the spicy sauce. It's perfect.
No,
It's
I
so
like
good.
the. I'm 100% the garlic butter. I want that to meld into the rice.
rice.
And
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it just
yeah.
sits on top, dude. But
Yeah.
with the sweet and spicy sauce,
Yeah.
it does the same thing.
I know, but-
And so you
Okay,
just had this
what is your
spicy
like?
rice
Here's the
mix.
thing: is how do you eat your box though? Never mind, fuck, I fucked nailed it. I walked right into that one.
Mark it.
Mark that one.
She asked that
I walked
question
right
on
into that
purpose.
one.
That's going to be at the beginning of our intro.
It is.
Javier, you want to start this one?
No, I'm not going to do that. No, sir. I'm a reformed man, sir. I cannot do that anymore.
No, but like, because I eat my salad first,
Okay.
and then
I do too, I do
take
too.
my tails off of my shrimpies.
Yes.
And then I cut them all in half, and then I mix it into my rice.
Oh, but
so
do you-
like, then I get extra sauce in my rice.
Okay.
And then it's just like this heavenly concoction.
I do chop my shrimpies in half because it makes me feel like there's more
Yes.
in there. But
There's so much in that
yeah.
box. I hate the word box now.
I mean, Tim, how do you eat your cocoa shrimp?
I usually do the salad first.
Okay.
Get the salad out of the way.
Wait, which
Out of the
dressing?
way. Get the greens out of the way.
All right, so I'm not partial to either one. I like lemon poppy and I
I thought
like.
you were gonna be like, I don't eat dressing. I'd be like, what the fuck? is
No,
wrong?
you're a psychopath.
Yeah, I
sir.
eat that stuff just plain. No, I like both of them. The lemon poppy's nice, but I do like the ginger. So I kind of switch it up. Anytime I go, I'll probably get like the opposite of what I got last time. But shrimps, and then I save all the sauce and get it mixed up in the rice and eat the rice last.
Num, num, num,
Javier?
num, num.
Can you ask me the question?
I like how this was a rapid
How do
fire.
you eat your box?
Tell us about that boxing
How do you eat-
situation.
Yeah, how do you eat your box?
I take my time and slowly. I usually wait for the flavor to melt into the.
Okay, I have to bring this up in the chat. We have a psychopath. It's one of our friends, apparently.
Okay.
Hervey doesn't use dressing.
He is a
Okay,
psychopath.
that's
That man is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Happy late birthday, by the way, Herbie.
We already said that.
Who
Did
is
we?
Hervey?
Amber's herd
It's
level.
our friend. It's actually a great meet cute story between me and him. Very great.
All right, let's
no,
get-
seriously, how do you eat your cocoa shrimp?
Same thing as Robin, but I do. I eat it the same way,
Yeah.
except the dressing is different. Like I like the
Poppy seed.
yeah.
I like the ginger.
I'll eat the shrimp first and then start mixing up the whatever was left from the shrimp into the rice, eat that. And then I'll honestly mix the rice with the salad and then just eat the rice salad, kind of like a Chipotle bowl.
No. I can't do that.
rice salad?
Yes.
No.
Come on.
No.
You're against
No.
the rice salad? How
Yes.
do you, it's like a Chipotle bowl. You eat like
Get
your
out.
rice and your salad and your meat.
Out of the room.
Get out of the Funky Panther. You're out.
I mean, you asked.
I'm here to take over.
I just don't
It
even
was
like
going to
my
happen.
life. Great.
It was bound to happen.
Okay, but for nicer, I love Wishbone and Flint. And also they just, as of today, they just opened their Italian place that's Trey Mowgli.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm waiting till the
Where's
week
that
is
at?
over. It's literally like right next door. So it's
Nice.
on South Main though.
Okay.
But so I'm waiting till this week is over because I'm trying to be good for like our event Thursday
Yeah.
and then Saturday. And I was like, then I'm going to go purge myself on some Italian food.
Nice. Yeah,
I
that
would
sounds
like to
good.
see pictures of the
Of
food.
you eating She wants to see like you purge yourself with. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I want to see
So,
you.
like,
There's a weird situation we got going on here.
yeah.
That's like the whole mukbang thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm totally into watching you eat.
All right. Question
so
number
weird.
2. What is your
Anyways.
favorite drinking spot in Fort Worth?
Ooh. Am I getting like wasted or what's the vibe?
Let's pick one, like just a general Saturday afternoon, and then getting wasted. 2.
I mean, if I want to go get wasted, I'm probably going to go to Chimmy's.
I knew that,
And I'm
yeah.
getting like
Yeah.
a cucumber Chilton and some DP shootouts. And then otherwise, like I fucking love Nickel City. Nipple City all the way.
Nip City.
Nipple City.
It's the best of everything because
It
you can get your
is.
food there too.
It's our
whenever you
favorite
get
part.
The
drunk.
little sliders are so bomb.
They're like
They're hamburgers.
motherfuckers are big.
They're
Yeah.
full on hamburgers.
But see, it's hard too because like obviously I love Hotel Dryce also.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like just because the music they get there
Mm-hmm.
is like Ace of Ace and like DJ Sober kill it. If you spill that Jameson.
I didn't.
okay.
Okay, next.
Okay. What is your favorite local musician?
Who is?
Why
not what
would you
is.
do that?
Because we want to make enemies.
on the list.
I mean, God. I mean, obviously I love Abe, I love Leon, but I'm gonna give a new one for y'all is
Okay.
Brandon Marcel.
Oh yeah.
So Brandon Marcel is so fucking talented, and I cannot wait for his new music to come out because I'm sure y'all will be mind blown.
What kind of
So-
music is it?
I don't even know how to like. I couldn't put it in genre.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
but yeah, he's badass.
Very cool.
He's also very pretty to look at.
He's a good looking dude. All right. So favorite podcast?
Like locally,
Any
No,
podcast.
any podcast.
oh, Sword and
What do you-
Scale,
Sword and Scale?
Yes.
What kind of podcast is that?
murder,
Okay.
true crime.
She looks me right into my eyes.
So I've heard
laughs
about,
and
I've heard
goes,
about that one. I haven't listened to it
So
yet.
their whole thing is that it's proving to you that the worst monsters are real. Is like that's their tagline. And it is some of the darkest shit you will ever listen to in your life. I know this sounds fucked up. That's like my favorite, but it's so fascinating because I'm just fascinated with like the human brain and how people think and like
Yes.
what makes them tick. And they go so in depth in each episode based on whatever's going on. And they get like actual recordings from the person who did it.
Jesus.
And so I absolutely love it.
Question: would you rather drown or be burned alive?
Fuck. Ooh.
Which is very bad topic because one of
Why-
the guys that works with us, his dad just burned.
Oh,
to death.
oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Why'd you,
I'm so sorry.
Why'd you
I
bring
mean-
that up?
He won't listen anyway. It's okay.
I feel like I'd rather drown
Yeah. Same.
because I feel like burning alive would take longer
I think burning alive would.
and it would be
You're
more
gonna-
painful physically.
You're gonna die from the smoke inhalation.
Yeah, I was like,
quicker,
I
I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, drowning can take some time. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not
Well, no, no, no,
disagreeing
I'm
with you.
just
I'm just
saying,
saying. I'm just like I
Like
don't know.
drowning.
like,
Yeah. Smoke inhalation is pretty quick. Like you get the carbon monoxide and all that stuff.
I'm
you
still
go to
going with
sleep.
drown. I'm going with drown 100%. It just seems
It's
more
like
serene.
burning sounds so fucking.
But like,
awful.
okay, but if you're lighting yourself on fire, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
like
no, no,
self-immolation.
I mean, here's the
Yeah.
thing: is like I'm terrified of the ocean, and so I don't
me
fuck with
too.
the ocean at all.
too.
So
Love the ocean.
my thing that I think about is that like if I was going to, I'd probably end up drowning, and then like
Do
Sharky's
you
gonna
get into
come
the
get me.
ocean when you're in Mexico?
I will go into my knees, and that's it.
Okay.
That's smart. That's smart.
So hang
Yeah,
on.
that's it.
How about we need to take a group trip
Fuck yeah!
and go to Mexico.
I'm down.
You have to do it my way though.
Okay, we'll do it your way, but you have to do intro to scuba with Chad and I.
Because if you don't scuba, then what's the point of all this, right?
y'all don't want to just go relax.
No, I mean,
I'm talking like, so we also, whenever I go to Mexico, we have a day called Rage Day. So it's not the first day you get there. It's typically like the second or like the second to last day you leave.
Oh, we go hard on the second day in usually.
So that's the thing is you have a day called Rage Day where basically you wake up and your whole like thing is just you choose violence that day.
Okay, yeah.
That was it. That was it. Choosing violence.
So okay, I didn't tell Jesse that we were.
Can we
gonna,
do like a massive like Fort Worth podcast
I would love
trip?
that.
Look,
Oh
if
my
we
God.
don't, I'm going to go ahead and start taking applications.
Everyone in the comments, do
For
you want
someone
to?
to
Should
go to
we all go to Mexico?
Yeah.
I want to go so bad.
So
I love Mexico more than anything.
I didn't tell Jessie that we were gonna go scuba diving. Like, so she'd never done it before, and I was like, I kept it a secret until we were getting on the boat to go on our cruise. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna go do this intro to scuba. She likes the ocean, likes to like go and like typically just snorkel, kind of like
I
look
will
down.
not even snorkel. I'm staying the fuck out
Yeah?
of the ocean. No.
man.
That is not my home, and I'm
no, it's not your
fucking
home.
staying out of there.
I got a story for you about snorkeling.
No.
All right, let's keep going. Last question of the Funky Five. What is your absolute favorite movie? Doesn't matter.
Forrest Gump.
She already knew it.
Done.
Forrest Gump.
All right, cool.
That's on my list.
It has
too.
everything.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
What are you watching now? What show are you watching?
I've been big on 2020 recently.
Okay.
You mean like the news?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Well,
pretty
not
good.
news. Like it's the like murders again.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're doing
Yeah. So
again?
they have like
Was it on Hulu or
it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been big into that, and then I also just finished The Girl from Plainville,
Ooh.
which was about Michelle Carter,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
like texted her boyfriend to commit suicide.
What a bitch.
we just watched that
fuck
the whole
her.
thing too? Yeah.
So I just binged that, and then I also just watched last night the new 365. Y'all don't know. What that is.
I've
It's
seen it.
basically
I've
like the
seen it.
softcore porn. Well, I don't even know if I could say like softcore porn, but it's like the guy's name, like in the show, is like Maximo, and it's like very 50 Shades of Grey. So the new one came out, and I was like, well, might as well watch it and see what happens. I'm not very impressed.
So this is the one where she has a year to fall in love with him. Is that what that?
I don't
Or is it a
think
different
so. It's just I don't even remember the first one. Like I just remember he was really, really hot.
Okay.
But like the second one, I didn't like the plot line.
Would you rather have a hot murderer kill you or a ugly murderer?
Hot.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Absolutely.
So in the group chat, Hollywood crime scene. Christy thinks you would love that one. Everyone's talking about drowning in shark-infested waters, and also trip applications. All right, cool.
No,
No,
go ahead.
I think-
What did that one say?
Something. All right.
What did that one say?
What'd you say? What were you saying there, Robyn?
Thanks, Javier. Thanks, Javier.
What?
All right. So we've been at this for a long time.
This is
already.
fine.
This is great.
This is going to be
I
our
love
longest
it.
episode.
I love it. We might. I might have to split it up. I don't know.
That's fine.
No,
Should we
it's
take a
because
break
Robyn
now?
is-
Do a hard cut and just
Everyone just
yeah.
be really quiet real fast. There we go. New episode.
And we're back.
Joke's on you. It's going to be one full episode.
Episode 2 with
No, it's still one
Robyn.
full episode.
Yeah, it'll be a full episode. Yeah. So that concludes the Funky Five, right?
That concludes the Funky Five. Congratulations. You did it, Robyn. We appreciate you.
I'm here.
Hit the kids.
What?
Hit the kids.
Oh, I was like, hit the kids. Yay.
You did it. So your first time on the Funky Panther, obviously we've gotten to know you pretty well over the past couple of years, but for the people that do not know who you are, give us a little like intro. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? All the
Okay,
things.
first of all, this is like my least favorite question
Love
ever.
it. Love it.
Because here's the thing is like where do you start? Like, do you want to know like where I was born? Do you want to know like what I was doing in college? Like, what is the path we're taking?
Well, the more important question right now is what are your types
My types for what?
in men? What are your types?
I don't have one. That's the issue.
That was
My-
that was Jordan's question, by the way. It wasn't
Oh.
my question. Bonus
Thanks,
question. What's
Jordan.
Jordan's type?
Okay, so no, here's the issue is like whenever it comes to like dating, I don't have a type. I like funny guys.
Okay.
My issue is that I've dated a lot of funny guys that aren't attractive and they still fuck me over.
Oh God.
So I'm now in it for looks and money.
Hey.
Okay.
And if they happen to be funny, then we're going to go with that too.
We're
Because
looking for a Seth Rogen type
I'm
then.
fucking over it at this point. Like if I'm going to get fucked over at the end of it, that was really good.
That's great.
Sorry. All right,
Yeah, no, but I mean, my ideal type would be a guy that's just like fucking huge and like jacked.
What are we talking about?
I am just walking into
Yeah, you are.
The
No, but
kind of
like-
guy that knows how to take care of a box. You
We're
know what I
talking
mean?
about- we're talking
he
about
puts
wieners
down the
here?
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
box.
I've been known
No.
back in my. Never mind. I can't say that. I can't say that. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, no, I don't know. Dating's a bitch. So
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, I feel like y'all are all very blessed, but dating is just a motherfucker these days. Like dating is not what it used to be.
No, I'm sure because everything's app based now. You know,
Well,
nobody
everything's
really-
app based, but then also people are constantly just like looking for like the next best thing. And
You don't
it's
even
like,
want to settle. You don't want to
it's so
settle.
stupid. Yeah,
You're
and
like-
so like I refuse to settle.
And then you got all the guys slipping in there like, hey, let me just come over.
Slipping in
Let me
there?
come over.
Well, I showed you my messages.
Yes, you did. Also, I want to get on that note. I do want to talk about your strikes rule now.
Yes.
because it was used to be.
We haven't
three
even.
strikes.
Let's
Hold on.
let's get
Jesus
into
Christ.
her. You got into this tangent.
You were
Shut-
ruining this
shut up.
episode. You're doing what you do and just ruining it.
Okay, so
We don't even know who you are
Let's
yet.
just start. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? And what
so-
where are you at
What
now?
do you do?
My name is Robyn.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your dad?
Get the chopper.
So basically, I claim Fort Worth as home. I've lived here the
Hey.
longest out of anywhere in my life. I went to school originally for forensic science.
Nice.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
perfect
because all the murder.
So then I found out that I was not nearly as smart as I thought I was whenever it came to like chemistry and science and whatever else.
So being Dexter is not in your future?
No.
Okay.
I was
I
like,
mean, part of Dexter
I
might
tried.
be, but-
Okay.
I tried, but it just didn't end up happening. Is like I went to high school in Granbury. So Granbury really just basically when I was there, I felt like I was a fucking genius and I was not.
Oh, yeah.
So
get
then
it.
whenever I got to Baylor, I realized that was not the scenario. And I switched to business. And so then I basically moved back to Fort Worth. And I ended up starting my own business, which is called Rising Social Media. I do social media marketing and managing, creation, etc., trainings. That's my day job.
What does that even mean, though? Like, what does that entail?
Basically, any type of business that needs social media work done.
So like all businesses?
Every business. So
Yeah.
I've worked with like hotels, bars, restaurants. I've worked with like musicians.
Yeah.
So like I'll run ads for concerts, etc. Basically anything someone needs done, I'll run it, create it, etc.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fucking boring. I loved it. I've been doing it for 10 years though, almost. And so I just had this conversation with Jonathan Morris this past weekend and I was like, I'm just burnt out on it. Like I'm so burned out and I was like, I need a different creative like outlet.
Right.
So I've been focusing obviously more on the podcast now, Corks and Cowtown, and I fucking love it. Like I love
I'm
the
sorry,
fact
we don't
that-
have a bell. You said
That's
it.
fine.
We don't have a bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
But I love the fact that we all just like get to sit here and talk and have these like open and honest conversations
Yeah.
and get to know each other and talk about the real shit and also just like the shit you talk about with your friends. So that was kind of like my goal going into it is I was like, I love Fort Worth. I love my city. How do I share it with everyone? Like I have really great friends. I love my circle. How do I make sure everyone knows the same people I do?
Right.
And so I've been very blessed because I've had a lot of girls, especially like reach out on social media and be like, hey, I don't have really good girlfriends, but you seem like you do. Can we hang out? And I've been like, absolutely, come to like brunch or, you know, come to this event, come do this. And so that's been the biggest thing about like Corks and Cowtown that I've absolutely loved is we've been able to do so much with it.
Yeah, that's great. I will say that is something that y'all already were doing really well when we were trying to get into the game because you already knew everyone. I feel like you knew so many people when we were first starting and we knew absolutely nobody. And it's been really kind of cool to be able to make connections and like help others make those connections, which is even
Exactly.
more gratifying, right? Like you're saying, like you know X and Y and like make that happen and then actually see something grow from that too. Like, you know, it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's why like I'm excited about this Thursday is because I feel like it's another opportunity for us to all get together, for people to meet and us all just to like network, mingle, like people to meet, like make new friends, etc.
But Robyn, what is this Thursday?
That would be podcast and PBR at the Kempton Harper in downtown Fort Worth. From 6 to 8 p.m., we will have Shandon Garden Spritz, thanks to my friend Chantel. So you'll get a glorious welcome drink. And then also we'll have Belvedere. They're bringing in a live herb garden for you to garnish your own drink, which I'm really excited about because I want to do that.
That's been really neat.
And then the Kempton Harper is providing light bites. We'll also have mocktail options for those that are sober or just not drinking. And then we will have PBR beer. So.
Which it is a PBR thing, but it's for the bull riding. But, you know, you might as well have the PBR at the PBR.
Well, so the only downfall to obviously it being on Thursday is that, like, whenever, you know, we were all talking about it, I was like, this is the perfect date to do it because it's right before PBR kicks off. That's the night of their gala.
You're right.
So that's the only thing is, like, a lot of people reached out and were like, I want to come, but it's the night of the gala, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it.
Right.
So because I have a couple friends who, at least I know the wives of the bull riders. And so, like, I told y'all that story too.
Yeah.
And so they're hopefully going to try and come, but it's just kind of you never know who's going to show up. So,
It's like Watch What Happens Live almost.
Yeah.
Little teaser. But either way, it's going to be fun. There's going to be
so
a lot
excited.
of, lot of
Me too.
podcasters,
Yeah.
a lot
I'm
of
nervous, actually.
non-podcasters.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No.
We're not wearing suits.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's too hot.
So that Woody costume that I posted online.
Stop. So,
Wear that Saturday.
so there's going to be podcasters. There's going to be people that want to create podcasts or start a podcast. There's going to be people that want to be on a podcast. So other creators.
There's also going to be
musicians,
studio owners.
studio owners.
So anyone that, like, is needing a place to record possibly or needs help with that aspect or side, there will be some of those as well. Videographers, photographers, etc. Because I know Anthony with, like, Lucid and Just Be Yourself is coming. I'm guessing Mitch will too.
Hopefully, we'll see trends.
Fingers crossed. So
Pretty sure some people from Visit Fort Worth and Amplify 817 will be there as well. So it'll be a fantastic event.
I know,
At the very
I'm so
least,
excited.
it's just going to be a really good mixer. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
a lot of really good people that we've got to meet and people that we haven't yet.
I feel fancy. Like,
Do
this is
you?
yes, this is gonna be so fancy. I'm gonna feel so fancy.
I haven't seen you smile in so long.
I've never been to, like,
It's
a
weird.
I've never been to. I've never been to a mixer.
batting his eyes.
I'm gonna be fancy.
Hey, there's Snow White. You're looking real nice over there.
I'm gonna be a fancy boy.
I am going to have, I will say, I will have to wear my padded shirt for my sweat.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
He's a sweaty
I'm
Betty.
a sweaty Betty.
So he puts pads.
No. There's
his
shirts.
armpits?
There are shirts with pads in them where whenever
Yeah,
you.
I said you put pads.
I don't put pads in there. They're built in there.
This is a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's Thompson Tees. Thompson Tees sponsor.
You know,
me,
you
please.
can get Botox in your armpits.
I don't want needles in my armpits.
They could go worse places.
You're absolutely right, and I've looked into it. Actually, I've looked into Botox.
I would highly suggest Fort Worth Med Spa. That's where I go to get my Botox.
Where's that at?
So it's, like, right in the hospital district.
Okay.
But I absolutely love them, and I have someone great for you if you decide to, like.
get your little tweaks.
You have
Yep.
you have talked about mentioned them in the past.
I love them.
Yeah.
Jessica is my injector, and I will literally follow her to the ends of the earth. She
Hey.
is phenomenal.
Christy says, "I'm sure it'd be cheaper to buy the liners and just stick them in your armpits."
Oh yeah, you can buy some panty liners.
yeah.
Is that a thing? Do panty liners stop sweat?
Well, they don't. Well, they stop other things.
Are we talking about pads?
Okay.
Panty liners and pads
Okay.
are two different
Can we,
things.
can we
Okay,
please
I'm
just
sorry.
get back on track?
Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track.
Stop.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just like literal. I'm
He's
a sweaty
so
Betty. I'm
upset.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you just get off. You get off on your tangent.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what else?
Never mind. I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're done. Okay.
Oh, I was like, y'all know I'm an open
nope. We're
open
gonna.
book. You
we're-
ask me anything.
So you
So,
mentioned-
so what drives you to do this podcast that you have, Corks and Cowtown? What do you want to happen? What's your end goal? If there is an end goal, or what do you see happening? What are your goals with it?
I don't know if there's necessarily, like, an end goal. I think that it's just, like, kind of taking things as well. I feel like I'm just walking in. I was going to say take things as they come, but
Yeah.
once again,
But that's
I don't know. I just think that I just want to share kind of my life with people in a sense. And if it can help someone, I know it sounds cheesy, but a lot of people say, like, if my story can ever help one person, then it was worth it. And I feel like that's truly how I feel, though. So anything that I ever share, whether it be like personal life, dating, you know, family, like my upbringing, which was absolute trash and bullshit. If anyone can ever like relate to me or feel like my story can help them, then that's all I really want.
Is it whenever you started the podcast, that's what you were like, were you looking forward centric? Were you wanting to?
Yeah, I just
showcase?
wanted to like kind of showcase like Fort Worth, but then also just talk about life. And so that was the biggest thing is I, you know, started off interviewing like Stefan, who's the owner of like
Stefan
Wishbone
Rochelle.
Flint. Yeah. And so we'd known each other for years whenever he was at Max's Wine Bar. And so
We want to get him on. I'd love to have
he's
a conversation with him.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'll help y'all make that
Appreciate
happen.
you. Seems like a badass, and his
he
food's
is.
amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And so he's one of the reasons that I became like a more adventurous eater too. Is like I would sit at the like at Mac. Did y'all ever go to Max's?
Yeah.
Max's
So-
Wine Dive?
So they had that like bar top. So my friends and I would go for brunch and we'd sit at the bar top and we would talk to him because he'd be back there like cooking and doing whatever. And I'd be like, well, I don't know what I want this time. He'd be like, I'm just going to surprise you.
Oh, so
I'd
this
be
is
like-
this is that story where he was just giving you whatever.
Oh, yeah. So he
okay.
would just like bring stuff out.
Yeah.
And so we would go there like for brunch or like girls' nights, or I'd go there on like a date or whatever. And so it was like my like little comfort spot.
Yeah.
And so there were times that he'd be like, well, what do you want? And I'd be like, I don't know, just surprise me. He'd be like, okay, you can't ask me what anything is. And I'd be like, okay, that's fine. So he'd bring out like a plate and it would like, obviously it looks like a meat. And I'm
Right.
like, okay. And he's like, don't ask. He's like, just eat it. I'd be like, okay. And so I tried like heart and liver and
Yeah.
tongue and other things that I would never, like, that's the thing is people like let their mind go so much
Yeah.
whenever it comes to like eating adventurous foods. But I think it was, I want to say it was like duck heart or like quail heart. Like, I don't think quail because it was too big for that. So I think it was like duck heart or something that I tried. And it was like one of the most tender pieces of meat I'd ever eaten in my life. And I was like, that was delicious. What is it? And he was like, finish it first. Because it was like pretty small. It was like,
Right.
it was like that. And so I like finished it and he was like, it was hard. And I was like, I would have never eaten that.
Duck heart.
Never.
I imagine it's probably like super, just like not just tender, but probably has like so like rich in flavor,
Yes.
very
Very
and all that.
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest thing is just like kind of just broadening my like horizons and whatnot and trying new things. But I give him full credit for that because I never would have tried those things. Like I eat octopus now, which I would never have done. And it's delicious.
Yeah.
Funny,
for
my
sure.
mom did that with me with cow tongue.
Really?
Yeah, when you see it, it's the whole tongue, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I don't want it. And then later on, she would like chop it up and then put it in a burrito and like here's dinner.
Yeah.
And it was
Wait,
very delicious.
have you had calf fries?
No. I
No.
haven't.
So
At Riata.
I have
Yeah.
not done that yet.
Okay, so
I know.
You haven't?
okay, wait. So
were gonna
first
go to
of all,
Riata or
we need to
something to do
go.
that, yeah.
I'll call Mike and we'll go to Riata and do it.
So
And
good.
Oh my God,
like literally, so it's so funny because the first time I ever had calf fries was in Waco whenever I was at Baylor, and my boyfriend at the time. There's a steakhouse called Height and Miller, and I believe it's
Yeah.
still there.
It is.
And so
Right off 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we like went and he was just like, hey, have you ever had calf fries? And I was like, no. He was like, they're like little chicken fried steak bites. You're going to love it. And I was like, perfect. Sounds good. And so it was like him and his friend. And so I like, dig in and I was like, yeah, I was like, those are pretty good. And like, they're like giggling and, like, hee 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 hee.
Oh, you just ate some balls.
And then they like told, and they just started like his friend just started mooing. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so then they finally told me and I was like, motherfucker. And so I was like, first of all, we're packaging those up and we're taking them back to my roommates because I had 2 roommates. And so I put them in the fridge and I was just like, hey, I was like, I got some, chicken fried steak bites if y'all want some later. One of my roommates ate the entire box and she was like, those chicken fried steak bites were delicious.
Oh my God.
They're tender
And
as
then,
hell.
yeah. And
They're
so then
really
I
good.
literally had to come home and tell her. And I was like, did you really eat all of them? She was like, yeah. She was like, those were so good. Where did you go? And I was like, I need to tell you something.
Oh no.
She was pissed. And I was just like, I thought it was the fucking funniest thing on earth.
What,
And
what are
she
calf
was-
fries, Robin?
I mean, they're cow balls.
They are cow balls.
I mean, like bull balls, I
Bull
guess.
testicles.
You can't really-
testicles.
You can't really say cow.
Well, they're probably. I would say they're calf. They're because not bull.
Yeah.
Because bull would be balls. Then
yeah.
they get rid of the balls on calves.
They're male.
The steer become a steer.
Oh, okay.
Now that's Texas.
So, yeah.
Rihanna's got some really good ones.
Oh,
They're
my God.
I'm not opposed to trying it.
I brought.
It's
we
just-
had this big work event a few years back, and I convinced everyone at the table. There's like 15, 20 people, I think, from work, and convinced them like you got to. You're gonna just one bite, and you'll be like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. And like at least half the people had some, and they were just like, okay, this is actually really good. Like once you actually kind of get past the mind fuck of it all, like
But
they're
that's
actually
the thing
tasty.
is like whenever you don't know what something is and you just eat it to like for the taste, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay.
That's how it was with like originally with like chitlins, and then tripe.
Yeah,
just like
tripas.
tripas. Yeah. It's kind of how it
That's
was.
how
at-
you say it.
Yeah, tripas.
Tripas.
That's how it was at first, and now like okay, so if you go get that as in taco form, get them crispy.
Crispy. Get them crispy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a little like chicharrones. It's just really flavorful. Has like a good like beefy flavor.
Yeah, Angie over at Pero Like Let's Eat
Yeah.
like swears to crunchy, tripa.
If you go to the right
Chicharrones.
place, you'll have like a nice texture. So like the outside will be like crispy, and then the inside will be just kind of like a little bit a little meaty, but it's just a good. I'm gonna say it mouthfeel. It's a great mouthfeel.
All right, so back to you, Robyn. Away from the beef balls and other weird food. So you started the podcast, Corks and Cowtown. So why did you want to start? You said kind of like a creative outlet, but what are some other reasons why you want to start a podcast?
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I honestly like it's such a great platform these days, and the fact that I feel like social media in a sense is dying, and especially because so many of the platforms have been around for so long and they just now are copying each other, and this is coming from someone obviously working in the industry. Like all they do is copy each other. Nothing is original about it. But what's more original than sitting down and having a conversation with someone? Like this is like communication is one of the best forms of literally just life, I feel like. And especially if you went to school and took any communication classes, they teach you about like interpersonal communication and, like business communication, et cetera. And it's just one of those things that I feel like sticks with you consistently. So why the fuck not?
Right.
Like have the conversation with someone. Like this is stuff that we all do. I mean, the majority, at least on a like daily basis. And I love the conversations. Like just same thing as like people will sit around and be like, oh, me and my friends are so funny. Why don't we have a TV show? It's like, okay, well, me and my friends are so funny. Why don't we have a podcast?
That's exactly what we did.
Literally, it's just like, we're fucking hilarious. Like, why not?
You're hilarious as shit. Let's do something about it.
Exactly. And so it's one of those things like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
That guy, he walked away after he heard what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in Denver and we were like cracking up, and the guy's like, what are y'all talking about? And we told him, and he just like walked away. He's like, fuck, I'm out. But like we were thinking like we need to have a podcast. Like that moment.
We were talking about dick flowers.
Yeah, we were talking about if there was a we were talking about if there was an entire field of flowers
that were actually dicks.
I didn't know if this was going to be like a mushroom stamp or like what the scenario
like
was.
this is just like a weird abstract thought of what if all flowers
were dicks.
It was
okay,
a weird
have you all
conversation.
seen once? This is turning into a X-rated podcast.
They usually do.
But no, have you seen the thing on TikTok about how they say like, do you know why a dick is shaped like a
Yes.
mushroom?
I saw it.
No, what?
Oh, tell me, please. I would like
Google
to.
it.
Google it. Yeah,
Google it.
Give it a goog.
Just give it a Google.
I'll
Also, in same thing with Google. Do you know my new favorite? Like, you know how everyone's like LOL, like SMH. Like, what? Do you know what GIB is? GIB?
No.
Google it, bitch.
Give it back. Oh,
that's good.
Google it.
That's my
good.
favorite one now. I was like, I say that to people all the time. Is like even my friends, my friend Noelle that y'all met that came to Chimmy's, that day she was just like, well, where is this place? And I said, Google it. I was like, it's not like, I can't comprehend like when people are just like, I could sit here and like look up the address for you. Just fucking Google it yourself.
I hate it so much when people are like, well, what's the address? I'm like, do I look like I know what the address of
I'm
this
gonna do the
restaurant is?
same work that you would have to
I'm
do.
with you. I'm with you.
fucking
Mike,
Google it.
Is it Mike the Bike that would send a I feel like it was no. One of my other friends would send basically like this Google video showing you how to Google something.
It just like
Honestly, though,
save it
genius.
for anytime it's needed.
I get it.
For sure.
Did you find it?
I don't know why this popped up. I'm just.
Nope. Okay.
That was dick flowers. Okay.
So I caught the last couple episodes. Really liked the episodes with Anthony from
Anthony's
Just Be Yourself.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, crazy.
and then they just started a podcast.
Yeah, they
I
did.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just started one, which like we kind of got a tease in ours, but I was just like, "Are you gonna do it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
We had the opportunity of meeting him at the
Visit Fort
Visit Fort
Worth.
Worth annual meeting.
Yeah.
What a
And
great
so-
meeting it was.
That was
too.
the
It
first,
really was,
first
yeah.
time to meet him, and just him and Junior.
Yeah.
They both of those guys
Yeah,
have so
Patrick.
much drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And hearing about all his, listening to y'all's episode and him talking about all the different companies he kind of started or whatever, and then the support, like he's wanting his friends involved and all that.
But that's the thing is like
Yeah.
that's what makes him such a phenomenal like aspect in Fort Worth is like these are the people that obviously tons of people know him, but I'm like, why don't more people know
Right,
who this
right,
is?
yeah.
Because Fort Worth can like obviously we've all said it 1,000 times. Fort Worth is the biggest small town, but at the same time, Fort Worth can be very cliquey. And pick their like favorites and do whatever. And I feel like our like little podcasting scene has kind of shown people be like, y'all don't even know half of the people that are out here. Like the same people get the same awards all the time. The same people are winning the same awards all the time.
Yep.
Till I feel like we all came into this like mix and we're like, we're about to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like get ready because y'all have no idea what we're all about to do.
Yeah, the hierarchy of power is about to change.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
There's a couple of things that he said that were kind of stuck home though that I think that was really cool conversation that y'all had. One was he was talking about his buddy and they're like basically like partners in crime and how they have the same headspace and how he was like you don't need that in like your significant other or whatever. You just need like it's good to have that person that understands you like they do, right?
No,
like,
totally agree.
He seemed to be like the brain behind some of the stuff, and his buddy was kind of like the artistic talent behind it. And they just kind of, well, I mean, he's obviously artistic as well, but like they come together to make something that's just beautiful, and then they also push each other, which is fantastic.
Well, that's the nice thing is like whenever you can honestly like see he's a psychopath.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware.
Whenever you can like literally see your friend's talents and you pick and choose and you're just like, this is what you're really fucking good at.
Yeah.
He said like giving flowers.
Right.
Like say on this, like you're good at like the more, what do you call this? Like I don't know if I can say like
sitting.
tech.
sitting.
Well, I was gonna say start.
No,
with
so he
more of,
handles
like tech.
I do audio production.
Yeah. So it's just like you've all chosen kind of been like, this is what you're good at. This is what I'm good at. Like, etc.
know,
And it's one of those things that like just
Javier, what are you good at?
acknowledge people's talents.
It's funny. There was an episode a year ago. I think somebody had just passed, but I told them like I appreciated them and I was giving them their flowers and like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean giving us our flowers?
That
Yeah,
made
I've
no
heard it
sense
a
to
lot
us,
now.
Yeah.
Since then, I've heard it a lot, but
Yeah.
at the time, I had
But
not heard it.
it's proper to go ahead and give them their flowers while they're still here. Like,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
good to-
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, and that's what Anthony said is I was just like, that is such a good phrase to use. And especially like you're saying is while someone's still here.
Absolutely.
Because you truly never know how someone's feeling internally as well. But obviously not trying to be like dark or deep about it, but like it's one of those things that you truly never fucking know. So highlighting your friends' like strengths is a huge thing in my life that I feel like I try and like push to people and be like, you are so good at this thing, or like this is like such a gift you have. Like, why not share it with the world? And like if I can help you do it, like let's do it.
So just to like dive off into another whole
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes.
So recently you've now transitioned from being a co-hosted podcast to a solo podcast, essentially,
Yes.
right? So how's that been? Like that whole transition? Like, I mean, I know it was kind of like we talked about it and you said you were worried about like, am I just going to sit there and talk to myself or how's that going to work out? But it seems like you've been getting consistent guests to kind of fill that extra spot.
So it's been, I'm not going to say it's been easy. I'm not going to like sugarcoat shit or lie or anything else. Like it's not been easy. I think the whole scenario was really tough, at least on me, even mentally, just because to me, I would just never do some certain things to
Right.
friends or like a business partner, etc. But I have been very, very blessed that I've had people literally step up and be like, hey, I knew some of these things as well. And they're just like, what can I do to support you? And I'm like, come on the podcast. Come like talk about your life. Like, let's partner together and like do stuff and like support each other. So that's kind of been like the takeaway that I've done.
Do you see that like continuing on, or do you have like plans to eventually maybe bring another host on like full time?
I mean, as of now, I don't have any plans on bringing someone else on. I think that a guest aspect really does kind of give something different to, I feel like the audience in general, but then also the thing that I've kind of tried to do is more of, instead of just having someone on, you know, like one time, I'm kind of created like a Joe Rogan experience in a sense, is like I'm having a guest on like 3 to 4 times. So instead of you sitting down and listening to the same person for 3 hours straight, you're getting them, you know, like 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So you're not so that way it helps you kind of cover like, what is this person's like intention in life? What is this person like, you know, from childhood? What is this person like business wise? And like, what are their other things, or like hopes, dreams, goals, you know, like aspirations. So you're covering a lot of different aspects and topics versus just a hour-long conversation.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked at length, especially down South by, just how hard it was going to be, you know, transitioning to that. And it seems like you've just taken that in stride and has made the best of a shitty situation. And what is it making?
You flourished, actually.
Yeah.
You flourished from,
Well, thanks,
from
guys.
what you had. I mean,
I'm trying. Like, I'm not, and y'all know I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. It's like, it hasn't been the easiest thing, but I've been very grateful as obviously like my original producer and video or like audio editor, like Jason, is from Ohio. And he actually like reached out to me and was just like, he didn't know shit. Like I've never met him a day in my life. Literally all we've ever done is just like communicate via about the podcast. And whenever I was like, hey, things are going to change, he was just like, can I tell you what I think happened? And he like knew exactly. And I was like,
it's crazy how someone can
Was
read.
he
Isn't
the
that-
only one though?
no.
But I mean, it's just crazy how someone can like read, you know,
Yeah.
the situation just by simply listening to
And that's
someone's
the thing is
conversation.
he was just like, I picked up on all these things, and he was just like, anything, you know, you need. And I'm beyond grateful for him and the help he's given me. But then also now I feel guilty in a sense because I'm like obviously trying to move on and like change and grow. So I've been using Paul, who's at Nexum Creative, who y'all will meet. I don't know. I just like internally feel guilty because like Jason helped me like start everything. But at the same time, as I gave him a heads up, I was like, hey, I'm thinking things are going to kind of shift. And so I'm trying to, that's part of like Thursday too, is I want to like anyone I can drive to Jason, I'm going to be doing. Because he's just like the people that stick around with you and like are there and support you through everything are the like most important ones.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
through thick and thin.
Amen.
You've been around Fort Worth quite a bit. You've been all over the place. You got to have some crazy Fort Worth stories.
Oh God, where do you want to go? with
Specifically, I want to hear about VIPs or VIPs as we like to call it.
So yeah, this story is. I obviously gave y'all basically. See, this is what you missed.
See, I know I missed this. So
You missed this, Tim.
I want to hear about VIPs because I used to drive by that place, and I always wanted to go into it, but
you never went?
No, I was either too young at the time or just never got around to going there. I went to the Bungalow and other places like that. But
Okay, so first of all, VIPs. If anyone knew about it, was on White Settlement.
it's where the rabbit hole is now.
Yeah, it's the old rabbit hole. It used to be our like stock show tradition. So we would typically do like stock show strong Sundays because they always say like your stock show strong during stock show.
Yeah.
So basically you're binge drinking for 21 days, you know? And so like, especially back whenever I like first got out of like college and whatnot, like my friends and I, we would all just be terrors to the earth. And we would literally go to stock show every single night as I had like the Riata pin. And so we would go to like the Riata Club. Do y'all know about all that?
No.
What?
Like I've been
Okay.
involved with the stock show and rodeo and stuff for a number of years, but I have
Y'all
never
are
heard of
fucking
it.
up.
Yeah,
Let me-
apparently
let me,
so.
Let me bring you to the fun side of
All right,
shit.
bring us to the fun
So
side.
basically, like Riata Club was at Will Rogers, and so you could only go up there if you had like a specific pin, and so you would pay $500 at the time, and it got you in for the entire stock show. But you could bring up to 7 guests, I believe. Wow. And so I used it as a business like write-off. So I would take clients, I would take friends, I would do like whatever. But basically it was like a private club. And so we would go up there and we would just get like schnockered. Like just like we'd like watch the rodeo and shit on like the TVs, and then we'd like go home basically, or we'd go to like other bars. But on Sundays we would go in our sweatpants and like sweats because it's in January, so it's still cold. But we would go to VIPs because you could get a tray of Jello shots for like $5. And so once again, we would like take over the jukebox and we would just be terrors to the earth. So my friends and I end up going on a Tuesday. My friends are in town. My friend that's a bull rider and his wife. And we end up going to VIPs, and also my friend Sterling that y'all got to meet or whatever on Thursday as well, which is what brought this whole scenario together. So we all randomly on a Tuesday, we started Joe T's. We have like one margarita each. We're like behaving and we're like, let's just be chill. Let's just go to VIPs. So we all go to VIPs, and then we find this, like, if you ever went there before, there's like these old shitty tables, and then they literally had office chairs. Like office chairs are the chairs they had.
Like these chairs. We're sitting in.
Shittier, way shittier than these. Like I'm talking like with like the armrest and like the very comfy ones though.
Yeah.
So we would like, so we basically like walk in, we find like the table farthest away from everyone. There's obviously, VIPs was known for a bunch of underage like TCU kids.
I did hear about that.
yeah.
I did hear about that.
So lots of underage TCU kids. So it's a Tuesday. So obviously you're going to see some of that. VIPs is also very famous for the bartenders.
Okay.
Which may or may not have been on parole for doing all the fucking
God knows what. Gotcha.
all the drugs in the world.
Okay.
And so we're sitting at this table chilling. There's a group of like TCU kids to the side by the jukebox. Obviously, like we went and put some money in the jukebox. And this like girl randomly like picks up, obviously anyone watching, like she has her like beer bottle. So she's like this, and she walks it over to our table and sets it down in front of my friend. Like there's a trash can. There's like 3 trash cans between where she started and our table. So she's intentionally like taking her empty beer bottle and setting it down in front of my friend. My friend's like, get that the fuck away from me. She's like, there's a trash can right there. And so the girl walks away. Maybe like 10, 20 minutes later, another girl comes. She does the same damn thing. But this time, my friend decides that she's going to take the bottle. This is like one of the calmest people I've ever known in my entire life. Like chill as fuck.
Okay.
Very calm, like motherly instincts. You know, just like the nicest, sweetest human. Has never like said a cuss word. Like basically like think of like a school teacher.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Yeah. She picks up the bottle that the girl sat down and she throws it on the ground and goes, what the fuck is your problem? And so then my friend Sterling is like, oh shit. So I'm automatic. Sterling is not a fighter. I love Sterling to death, but Sterling is not a fighter. I think she's been in one fight in her life, and I'll let her tell that story. So basically I'm just like, well, fuck, here we go. So you see all this shit on the table. It's like all of our purses and whatever else. Sterling's like a squirrel gathering nuts. And so she's just like grabbing all of our purses and all the stuff. Her and the gentleman, bull rider, end up just piecing out because he has to ride the next day.
Yeah.
He can't fucking go to jail like this night. It's a Tuesday. He's riding on Wednesday. And so they fucking peace out. Me and the female, I hate that I can't like say their names, but I don't want to throw them under the bus. So me and my friend, and she like stands up and she's like in this girl's face and these other girls. I'm like, if we're going to fucking go, let's fucking go. Like the one thing I will always do is like, I will defend my friends in a fight. I'm like, I've never been to jail. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to be for me defending a friend.
Yeah.
And so basically these girls are just like talking shit, talking like mad shit, whatever. And these like guys come over and I was like, if you're going to fucking say something or do something, you better fucking do it. So finally they all kind of like walk away. So we're like, fuck it. Like, let's get out of here. So we start walking out the door of VIPs and all of a sudden they start charging the door. And I'm just like, oh, fuck no. I was like, you think you're going to come out here now that we're outside? And so I literally lean against the door with all my might to where no one can get outside.
Nice.
So finally, I feel like the pressure being let off the door because they're not pushing anymore. 5 seconds later, I'm like looking outside. Also, I forgot this part is my friend is, her husband is stabbing tires. And like, just because he's like, if they think they're going to fucking come after us, they're fucking wrong. Yeah. So he's just stabbing all the tires in the fucking VIP's parking lot. Maybe, this is happening. I finally let off the door. Then finally, I start walking away. Out all of a sudden charges the meth head bartender with a golf club, chasing me. She's just like, get the fuck off our property. You're kicked out. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, the fuck is wrong with you, lady? And I was like, you let all those fucking underage kids get in. She was like, they all had IDs. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck if they had IDs. I was like, they're not fucking legal. She's like, they had IDs. They had IDs. And so me and my anger and rage, finally, like our Uber pulls up and I'm like, I'm fucking calling TABC. So I called TABC on the bar and then we ended up going to Magnolia Motor Lounge.
And that's why Vips is no longer around.
So, but I was very pissed because whenever I found out that it was like shutting down, I was so butthurt that I didn't get to go to see if I could still get in.
I want you to know that meth head that used to bartend there, she's a longtime listener.
That's fine.
And she calls us actually all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her name's Nancy.
She's
Nancy?
she's reformed now.
Yeah.
Nancy Grace is her
And
name.
she's very...
Emphasis on the grace.
Oh, she's texting me right now. She says she's very sorry for what happened.
Does she?
Yes.
I was like, I would like to talk to her because I don't believe it. I would like her to help. I would get her help for her teeth.
Methy Nancy. Oh my God.
I'm glad I missed that story. That way I could hear it live on the Funky Panther.
Yeah. I mean,
That's awesome.
It was just like one of those, especially like obviously like you needed to be there for the scenario because it just doesn't translate as well in story. But like walking out and seeing one, like, first of all, the girl I was with, like, she was one of the calmest people I've ever met. So was her husband. And seeing him out there stabbing tires, I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was like,
shit got real.
yeah, I was like, we're not fucking around.
I feel like this is a fucking movie, like a teen movie where
No, it was totally like that.
like Varsity Blues or something.
Yes. No, it was great. And then we just went to Magnolia Motor Lounge and then our Uber that we were in got backed into.
Oh,
nice.
no.
Yeah. So then he was like, no, I need you to stay here as witnesses. We're like, we're going into the bar, sir.
We're going to drink. You can
We're
come
like,
find
we're
us.
going to be in the bar drinking.
Like, you should get a drive cam.
Womp
Yeah.
womp.
So
I mean,
again, been with Fort Worth forever now, and you've been all over the place in Fort Worth. Do you miss old Fort Worth?
fuck yes.
Okay, so we've talked about going downtown Fort Worth and how much fun we had going, to our favorite bars.
Wait, what were y'all's favorite bars though?
Bar 9 Library.
Patty Red's.
Houston Street Bar.
Did y'all see the like meme? And it was like every major city has a bar called the Library
Yes,
and
I
it
saw,
sucks.
yeah. Oh, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
you say-
I was like, no, it's spot on
So
though.
Patty Red's was our go-to place when we were 19, 20, 21. And I remember, I remember this. I turned 21. Mind you, we'd been going there for a good year before this. And we're out there celebrating. And for some reason, I remember this happening. The bartender asking us, like, what are we celebrating? I'm like, it's my 21st birthday. And I just
feel like I've been here for a while.
yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. And at that point, it's like it's the same bartender we've seen every Thursday night that we used to go out and just have a good time. But that was one of our favorite places to go. The library, I remember going there and just you could go buy. There'd be
250 Long Island.
Yeah, there'd be 7 of us, standing around a table, and one person would go, "I got this round."
Yeah.
And we would just get trashed
Yeah.
on the cheap.
Thursdays.
Yes.
Thursdays.
Thursday was the night to go out.
Okay, but Patty Red's, one of my favorite stories about whenever I went there is my friends and I were doing like a casual night. So we obviously very casual, started at Razoo's and got fish bowls.
Oh, yes.
And then
Yes.
decided that we would just like start to black out. So we ended up going to Patty Red's because we're dressed in just like t-shirts and
Yeah.
jeans. And so we walk in and it's just like a fucking sea of dudes. And we're like, this is the jackpot. Like we all just
This is awesome.
made it. So we walk in though, and we're just kind of like, like looking at all these guys, and like not a single guy is like coming up to us, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, like me and my friends, we were all very cute, especially when we were much younger. And we're just like, and this one guy like kind of was like looking at us and, like kind of like winking and stuff. And I was like, why the fuck is he not coming over here though? Like, I don't understand. We talked to the bartender and we're like, what is going on that there's this like sea of men and none of them want to talk? And they're like, it's a deaf convention. They were all deaf.
No.
So I was just imagining whenever you first started telling the story.
Oh, God.
So that's why no one was talking to us.
Y'all left Rezus. I know. I'm
Sorry,
I'll just mute him.
I'm sorry.
We left Rezus, and I just picture because I got really hammered one night.
On
And-
fish bowls.
No, at Patty Red's, and Zeus carried me out. Our friend Zeus, and he's got me on his shoulder going up those stairs, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was I remember the only time I woke up during that whole scenario was there's two girls walking down, and he grabbed me by my hair and lifted my head up and said, "Hey, do you want to take him home with you?" And so I'm just you're telling me
like
that's
a little doll.
Yeah, you're telling that story. And I imagine like y'all were coming down as we were going up, and that's the girls that we saw that night.
It was very entertaining.
You see Lou like
Underneath the Avengers. This is the crossover episode I've been waiting on.
Honestly,
what up, Lou?
like, here's the thing: is like if Lou was here too, it would be.
This would be a 4-hour episode.
This would be
Oh,
way
yeah.
too long of an episode.
and then
No.
this whole table will be covered in empty bottles.
Look,
I
it's
know,
already
I was
the
like-
longest episode we've ever had.
The longest episode.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
It is.
we need to like.
What? Yeah. Okay. Can we do the fishbowl?
Bring
No,
the fishbowl.
No.
You want questions?
Yeah, just bring the questions. Yeah, bring the questions.
Like, I mean, no one wants to really know about me.
Let's jump in.
do
Let's
some-
just
Well, we've
jump
been
in.
going for 2 hours. Let's do
Let's just
two
do some
questions.
weird
Let's
shit.
do
Two
two questions.
Two questions.
And then we're going to end this shit because
Let's just do some weird shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Javier did the weird shit for us.
I
Yeah.
mean, concurred.
All right. No, stop
Sorry.
it, dude. Come on. All right. Question number 1. If you had to describe yourself in only 3 words, what would you choose?
That's awful. I hate these questions.
Oh yeah. Well,
You are the one.
I know,
that
but I'm
said.
just saying, like, these are the questions that I like despise. Wait, y'all go first. I want to hear yours.
3 words.
I'm not going to say confident because wuss,
Big fucking idiot.
big fucking idiot. And no, are those 3 words? Big fucking idiot.
I don't think fucking is technically. Well,
Isn't
I mean,
it?
depending on.
Isn't it?
I don't
Just
know,
kidding.
but
Yeah.
with this episode just now, yes, you qualify for that.
We're picking 3 descriptors. Like
Oh, 3
words
descriptives.
to
Okay.
describe
Oh,
you.
Yeah, well, he's big.
Motherfucker. Let's see. Scared, sweaty, and fraud. Those are the 3.
We're scared,
Fraud.
sweaty, and a fraud.
I'm different. My like Tammy's always like
I'm different, bitch. I'm different.
But she's like, you are not the same on the podcast like you are with me. And I'm like, what do you mean?
I would hope.
No, you're a
No,
clown.
no,
you,
no.
you have always been the clown.
I thought you said you're the cunt. It's it didn't. Sorry.
All right, Tim, 3 descriptors.
I'm sorry.
Go.
It's the alcohol. Man. I don't know what the.
Yeah,
It was a shambong.
It was a shambugs.
sleepy.
Okay.
Oh man, neurotic at times,
Okay.
Relatable.
and hungry.
Like for food, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
Or for
I'm
you
thinking
know,
right now. I'm hungry right now.
Okay.
rhymes with cack.
All right,
No.
Robyn.
I would say loyal, and I would say comical.
Yes,
I don't feel like I can
yes.
technically say like I'm hilarious because I
Right.
feel like that's a more personal descriptive
Okay.
word. And say ride or die. Well, I feel like that's kind of like loyal too, though.
That is love.
It
That's
is.
exactly
Shit.
loyal, yeah.
Open. That
Open.
doesn't sound good either.
Real. Did you already say real?
Well, one of my friends says I can't stop walking into these. One of my friends says that I'm very raw. So
Raw and open.
Yeah.
You heard it first, everybody. Robyn is raw and open.
Well, because she says that like she's just like there's no like sugar coating.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No.
So she's
You
like,
don't
it's
beat around
very-
the bush.
Honest.
No.
Honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't beat around the bush.
That's a nice way to say
I mean,
it.
honest.
Yeah. That too.
Okay.
The girl's raw, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't beat around the bush, and she's very hard when it comes to convictions.
Oh my god.
Did I say convictions?
Okay. So I'm gonna for myself. I pick outgoing, hungry, but not in like the food sense, but
Yeah.
more in like the like hustle sense. Like just
Yeah,
like
you
constantly
gotta
wanting to do
drive.
everything. Drive.
Driven.
Driven. Thank
Driven,
you.
yeah, you're
driven. I'm gonna stick with loyal too. I like that one. I think that I'm very much to that.
Wait, did you already
to a
pick
fault.
this one?
Yeah.
I want to pick one.
Okay, but there's actually 2 questions on this one.
Oh, okay. JK.
But yeah.
It's like-
So that one was the 3 words that you think you would choose for yourself. But on the same deal, what words do you think your friends would choose for you?
Oh man,
Interesting.
Dumb
Yeah.
pervert and
Wait, dumb? pervert.
Yeah, and awkward.
Weird. You came in with those
Why is
way
Christy saying
faster.
jelly beans? No.
She wanted you to try the jelly beans.
No, I don't want to puke.
Yeah, dumb pervert. I give you pervert. I don't think you're dumb. I think you're actually pretty smart.
Yeah, you're very smart.
I'm an idiot savant.
You put off this like very dumb persona, but you're a very smart guy.
I used to watch a lot of Peter Jennings when I was growing up.
College Bowl.
Yeah.
College Bowl champion.
I mean, you're probably
PCC.
honestly smarter than the majority of us, but you just are so dumb.
True.
Tim?
Man, I don't know. That's a really tough one to think of. Like what my friends or what the fellow podcasters
Creepy.
think of me. It's because of the mustache.
Of
is.
course it is.
Recluse.
Yeah, recluse.
Hey.
Yeah, I could see that. Reclusive.
Recluse.
Very raccoon-like.
I don't come out at night.
Gross. No, it's not.
I don't know.
Little trash panda.
I would give you just like reclusive. Like that's it.
Reclusive,
Yeah.
and then what else? Two more.
I think that's it.
Standoffish.
Creepy, because the mustache. One more.
All right. I'm gonna go with what she's saying. Standoffish.
Okay.
So I will say, I apologize to Sailor. Whenever I saw him last, I was
Yeah.
like, "Look, man, I'm sorry." Whenever I first meet people, I'm very like,
Tim.
"Yes, I don't understand intentions and all that stuff." And so
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I do like you. You seem like a really nice guy." And
Did he think you didn't?
Yes.
I feel like most people probably don't think you
Well,
like him at first.
he told Jordan, he's like, I don't think Tim likes me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, look, I don't want you to think that. Like, when it just takes me a minute to warm up to people. So
Have y'all ever noticed how long his eyelashes are?
I've got
Really?
I've got who
Like-
eyelashes. Yeah.
Really?
First of all, they're like very straight,
Yes.
but like they're very long.
Got some cumbrellas there, huh?
God.
That's what they're called.
All right. Robyn.
Shields
three
my eyes.
I
Very
honest-
nice.
Things that your friends would say about you.
I honestly feel like that's how my friends would describe me, like close friends,
yeah.
because I've actually been asked that question before, and those are the words that they use. So that's how I describe myself.
Got it.
At least they would for sure say that I'm very fucking blunt
Okay.
and honest.
So you get to pick the last question.
Wait, what's this one in the?
No,
gonna
not
say-
that one. Not that one. Those
I
are
was going to say,
blank.
what's your favorite position?
That would be doggy style. Anything from behind.
You heard it here on the
She
podcast.
said she was open.
I know.
And raw.
When you can't sleep, what keeps you up at night?
Oh man.
Honestly, the thought of somebody breaking into my house.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and I always have my gun like on the like next to my bed,
I mean, same, but
but I'm always like paranoid that somebody's trying to break in.
Mine's the dumbest shit. Like I'll sit there and think about like the day coming. I'm just going to work, but I'm sitting here thinking about like, oh man, what's going to happen at work tomorrow? How's it going to be? Is it going to be really hot
so do
outside?
you have like hypothetical conversations with yourself?
Yes.
I do that all the
So
time.
you hear your own voice in your head, or hear a narrated voice in your head?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I consistently am just like, it's fucking constantly going.
So if you think about something, you hear a voice.
yes.
So some people think and they just see
That
like
freaks me the
shapes
fuck
and
out.
pictures and
That
abstract
trips
stuff. Yeah, that's weird.
me out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
What do
all
you
the same.
think?
Generally, I mean, I already have a trouble sleeping for the most part. It's because I'll think of something and it just can't get out of my head until I either do it or write it down. And like I've tried to like keep myself from writing it down because like I want to just go to sleep, but then I just can't. So like it could be about the podcast, about school, about work, about friends,
Same.
anything. It's just like these random thoughts that come into my head and I don't want to lose sight of it. And so I'll just can't block it from my mind, and then I'll just stay up for another like hour and a half.
What
until
about
I find-
Oh, I
awkward
do that.
handshakes?
Huh?
What about awkward handshakes?
I mean, if I miss 2 out of the 3 handshakes with Tom Martins, then yeah, it's going to keep me up at night. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
start replaying that event over and over and over
and
again.
you know
Wait.
what? I nailed the third one.
Yeah, I
Do
know.
y'all have little tricks to help you go to sleep though?
Yeah, masturbate.
I had a friend at work one time told me that she's like, you know what you need to do? You need to pretend there's a wall. Like when you close your eyes, think of a wall. And like
you
I
just
went
come
into
on
like
that wall and then you go to
Jesus
sleep.
Christ, dude! What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Holy shit! Never mind. It doesn't matter.
if
Nothing
you-
matters.
okay, wait.
Nothing matters anymore.
If you look right
I'm
there,
going home.
So Chad is pro wall.
but if you
I hate you. I want the wall.
Hey, whoa! buddy.
If you look at what's sitting right there, that's the issue right there.
I'm blaming the Jameson. So, anyways, if anyone wanted to know, the things that I do that keep me up at night are literally everything, but also trying to solve murders. But I like to stress myself out to go to sleep.
Oh no!
So I have made it my goal in life to get my ABCs backwards. So I do my ABCs backwards, and then I also go A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, and do that for the whole alphabet. And then again, till I stress myself out enough till I go to sleep.
Nice.
Damn, that's a thing.
Apparently, you're supposed to just think of like really off the wall things. So you'd be like apple, bed, like pen, curtains. And they say that's the quickest way for you to go to sleep. But instead, I like to stress
You watch Better Call
myself out.
Saul?
A little bit.
So I just saw an episode where Chuck, Jimmy's the main character's brother, was basically like doing that. He was like, book, bed, apple, blue lamp. And I'm like, the fuck is that about? Okay.
They say that's the quickest way for you to go to sleep.
I'll be honest with you. I've been listening to like Rain again when I go to sleep.
I do that.
and
Do you have
it
the
helps.
hatch?
Huh?
Do you have the hatch?
Chili peppers? I don't
No. It's actually for children. It's a child sound machine.
Oh no.
That's what I have.
I just use
And it
there's
has
like
rain sounds.
one thing that I have on my Apple Music and I just like put it on repeat all night and I sleep pretty well. I got pretty well.
I got a Bose sound system in my bedroom, and I put rain sounds on YouTube.
Yep.
Blacked out like rain
I'm glad
sounds.
we all are into rain sounds.
Absolutely.
Very appropriate.
All right, so we are 2 hours and 21 minutes into this episode.
The longest episode, ladies and
has been
gentlemen.
I blame
so
y'all,
much fun. Well, no.
I blame Stark. Stark ain't here.
Yeah, where the fuck is Stark?
Yeah, we're still on yellow because that idiot.
Nothing but illustrious guests here at the Funky Panther.
All right.
Robyn, thank you for finally coming on the show.
Do you want to
Thank
plug it? Do
y'all.
you want to plug anything before we go?
Honestly, y'all just come out this Thursday and to the Kempton Harper. We'd love to see you. You obviously get a free cocktail upon entry. There's going to be light bites that are all available via the Kempton. And then if you're going to be at PBR this weekend, make sure you're looking out for us on Saturday.
And then check out Corks in Cowtown on Instagram and corksinCowtown.com.
I need that dinging sound.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't have the bell. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you, Robyn, for coming on the show.
Thank
Looking
y'all.
forward to coming on to Corks in Cowtown here
I
pretty
know.
soon as well. Little teaser.
That will also be a long episode.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's just the same shit. Again, we have a contest. Check us out on social media at the Funky Panther for 2 free tickets for the Gucci Mane concert on June 5th. Thank you for hanging out with us, everybody. Stay good. I'm Chad.
I am Javier.
And I'm Timothy.
And together us three, Stark's not here, and together us three form...
Really pissed off.
the-
I'm really pissed off.
the-
That's what I am.
I'm
I am
also
so
here.
angry right now.
Robyn's here also.
We are
the Funky
Panther! Woo! Let's just end it. I'm so done. I'm so done.